Back in business. Welcome to the show. Hammer in the building with me tonight. What's up,
What's
Hammer?
happening, brother?
Nothing much. Nothing much. Hammer got his new setup going on. He's
Oh yeah,
excited.
this is beautiful. I actually feel like a professional now. I'm not sitting on my couch, reclined with 99-cent AirPods that all you guys hate. So I got my microphone, got my little Packers get up in the background. Shout out to Stevie Blanco for getting me ownership in the pack.
Oh yeah, that's
And
right.
we rolling, kid. We rolling.
That guy's an official owner of the Packers.
Goddamn right.
But yeah, we're rolling in here to week 8. We had the Thursday game, and we'll talk a little bit about that when we get to Kincaid here. But pretty good game. We've got some guys that are going to be playing, like Purdy. Looks like he's going to be actually ready to go. So we'll talk about Purdy. Kyler, Danny Dimes, Will Levis is going to get us a chance to play a little bit.
What is going on in Tennessee?
Jimmy G is back. So
What
we've
is
got
going on in Tennessee?
I don't
Apparently, it's
know.
going to be a
We've
split
got a few
between
things to talk about.
Levis and Willis. Like, what is going on?
I mean, I think they want to see possibly what they have in both guys. I mean,
To be honest, we know what Malik Willis is. We've seen Malik Willis in a couple of starts. We kind of know what Malik Willis is. He's not that good. I
well,
would be giving the reins to Will Levis and just say, hey, take the offense. Because like, how can you get in a rhythm? But we'll get to that. It just pissed me off seeing all that.
yeah, but I mean, the big news is that, Titans are coming out and saying, Henry, we're not trading you. So, I mean, apparently they've gotten some offers. I'm sure they're not great offers because, teams don't want to spend up to go and get that. So,
Yep.
and then the Titans are probably like, all right, well, we're not just going to give them away, for nothing. So I guess we're just going to hold them. So, yeah, I mean, what do you think here about Henry? Are we a little bit of afraid maybe that he doesn't play the whole season? Like if they're really in a losing position, do you think he's just going to gut it out and play those meaningless games and, risk his body and injury? Or like, what do you think?
No, to be honest with you, I think Henry plays it out. I mean, listen, if there's one thing we know about football players, for the most part anyway, these guys are born to play, right? And what you put on tape is what's out there for everybody else to see. So, and I think especially a guy like Derrick Henry, that is a proven guy. He's gone out there. You could essentially call him a Hall of Fame caliber running back for what he's did the last 5, 6 seasons. So it's really, I think he's going to go out there and gut it out. Because listen, I don't do you know what his contract looks like, what the rest of his contract looks like? If you get a chance, pull it up. But I think he's the type of dude that goes out there, guts it out, plays. He's gonna, work his hardest to put good tape out there. And listen, football players, they don't have a long shelf life. You know what I mean? So why am I gonna sacrifice games, weeks, months? He probably has what, 1, 2 good seasons left, really, considering the mileage he has on his body. I'd still trust Henry to go out there and play well, and they're going to give him the ball. He's basically their offense, especially if they're starting Will Levis and Malik Willis out there. So I still have faith in Henry that he's going to play his normal, role in that offense going forward.
Yeah, I mean, he signed a 4-year contract, it looks like. So it looks like he's a free agent in 2024. So
Okay.
that's why unrestricted.
Right. So why is he going to lose? I don't know. He's not sitting out. He's not missing games unless he's seriously injured. He's not missing games. It's just, I don't see it happening. I could be wrong, but based on Henry's track record, I don't see him not playing and just kind of pulling one of those. Listen, I'm not on a great team, so why am I going to go out? No, he's going to go out there. And listen, they're 2-4 right now, but with the expanded playoff format, listen, you're not truly out of it until it's super, super late in the season anyway. There's
True.
wild card team. So you could be, a lot of these teams aren't out of it until mid-December, excluding really, really bad teams. And there's really Carolina 0-6 and Arizona 1-6 are really the only teams in the NFL that truly you can feel like, all right, we're out of it, right? Every other team has at least 2 wins in the league. Most teams have 3 wins. So I think he's going to go out there, gut it out. And that Tennessee team, for whatever reason, they just find themselves in the mix. So I think I think Derrick Henry is going to continue to go out there and give his team a chance to win. They kind of need him.
Yeah, they do still have a chance, Patrick in the building. It's been a long time, Patrick. What's up,
Yes, it has, Pat. What up, man?
in the building? Kev in the building. What's good, Kev? What's up, brother? So yeah, I mean, Henry, what's some of their games that are coming up? I mean, do we think they realistically have a shot to make the playoffs here?
All right. So the rest of they got the Falcons tomorrow at home. They're at Pittsburgh on a Thursday, so they have a short week coming up. At Tampa Bay following week, and then a big one, and this could pretty much determine whether they're going to be in it or not, at Jacksonville in a month, roughly. Okay. On November 19th, 3 weeks. So the next 4 games, Falcons, Steelers, Bucks. That game against the Jaguars, I think, will really determine, the course of their season on November 19th.
All right. Rolling loud. What up, man? Will be a low scoring game. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that for sure.
Titans, Falcons. Yeah. I got to
Yeah,
look at the over-under on that.
Falcons pretty good defense, and
Yeah.
I mean, Titans have never been like crazy great on offense, but if they
They
don't
still
turn the
find
ball over,
ways.
like if you
Yeah.
can have Levis or Willis, even, I mean, not turn the ball over,
Yep.
get the ball to Derrick Henry 30 times. I mean,
Been their formula.
You've got a shot. That's been their formula. They've never been like that good. It's always been like, oh damn, how the fuck they got the number 1 seed? Like,
Right.
what the fuck?
Exactly.
So
And listen, I'll say this. Mike Vrabel is a damn good coach because it seems on a year in, year out basis since he's been the coach of that team that they've got every ounce of juice out of that orange since he's been the coach of that team. And listen, Ryan Tannehill if you remember Ryan Tannehill, he was jettisoned out of Miami and all of a sudden became a solid, stable quarterback for Tennessee. So, Mike Vrabel's a hell of a coach. Yeah, Kev, I'm really interested to see what Will Levis does. I'll be honest with you. I have no appetite to see Malik Willis. Zero.
now,
Zero.
I mean,
I've seen it before.
Improved. He was one of those quarterbacks that wasn't necessarily ready coming right out. Like he was known as a project. So
Zero appetite. No, thank you. So really quick, I think Roland Loud said that that game is going to be low scoring, and Vegas agrees. The over under for that game is 35 points. So Roland Loud is right on the money. That's one of the lowest over unders I've seen for a total game in a while. Actually, Jets Giants over under is 35.5. So that's another interesting game. But 35 points combined is really low over under. Usually you see them in the 40s somewhere. So over under 35 for the Falcons Titans.
Damn. Rolling loud. If Willis starts, they don't win a game. He doesn't know how to throw the ball.
Thank you. Thank you.
I mean,
garbage. No, thank you. I'll take Will Levis and take my chances.
Yeah, I mean, they said that, I don't know how are you going to mix both? I mean,
thank you. That's what I'm trying to say. Like that, you can't do that. And I don't remember. Were they trying to do that with Taysom Hill a little bit?
And Drew Brees had said something about it.
Yeah, yeah, they were trying to do that.
But he's also a fucking Hall of Fame fucking, QB. So like, don't take the ball out of his hands. But I mean,
fair.
I think if they do like a, you know, first half this guy, second half this guy, but it's tough to even do that. Like, I
It's
think you
so
just gotta choose
dumb.
which one and
Right.
then
And roll with it.
fucking just live with it, and roll with it.
Listen,
See
if
what
if
happens.
they wanted to employ Malik Willis in a Taysom Hill role, I would be comfortable with that, where he got 5 or 6 snaps a game. You know what I mean? And he just took some wildcat runs to kind of throw the defense off or to mix it up or give them that element and use it that way. I would be okay with that. But Will Levis has to be the starter, and then you can mix in a package or two for Malik Willis, in a pseudo Taysom Hill role. Anything outside of that is just garbage.
Yeah. Tua and Fitz, Magic only QBs to make duo QB work. Tua and Fitz, yeah. About Green Bay, Patrick said, getting in on
Patrick,
Green
you
Bay.
haven't been on for a while. You weren't here when they started 2-1 and they were looking solid and Jordan Love was good. But to be fair, and we've talked about the Packers, they have a lot to figure out. They've been in basically every game except for the Detroit game. They should have. How did they lose against the Broncos? They had an opportunity to win that game. I touched on it on the previous episodes. And then the Vegas game was very puzzling as well. So those Packers got to get their shit together. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. So, and we actually have a tango with the Vikings this week. So
They're good where they're at because the Vikings about to stomp that ass, bro.
we'll see about that. We'll see
Yeah,
about
we
that.
will. We will.
We'll see.
Now with this win, woo boy. Coming for the division, bro.
Oh, here we go. Coming for the
Coming for the
division.
division.
They win a couple of games
But
and they're coming for the division.
well, let's talk about Kincaid.
Do it.
Last night, right? Had the tutty, almost 2 tutties.
Yep.
They had the little shovel
The
pass that
shovel
he
at the
kind of got
one.
stopped
He got stopped at the one.
at like the goal line, 1 yard line. But
Yep.
yeah, tell me about Kincaid and what you thought of him last night and even going forward for this squad.
What's really interesting about Kincaid is we talked about him being obviously highly touted. If you haven't seen the Go Bills podcast, that was on our show some time ago. Go check them out. We had a really, really extensive conversation about Dalton Kincaid, and one of the key things, and I've said this before, is he said be patient. Now, the patience has come a little quicker because the opportunity has presented itself, right? Dawson Knox is going to be out for some time. He had surgery. I think he's on IR, but I'm not sure if it's season ending, but he's definitely going to miss the last 4 games. I mean, the next 4 games. So Dalton Kincaid showed what he can do. I believe he had 7 targets, 5 grabs, right? And the touchdown. So he was very much involved in the offense. And like you said, if that's a 2 touchdown game from Dalton Kincaid, we're vaulting him into the top 10 potentially, right? As just based on who he plays with, how athletic he is, how highly touted he is. So yeah, Dalton Kincaid is very much a viable option. I actually picked him up in our redraft league. It doesn't matter because I'm 0-7, but I picked him up for shits and giggles. So I picked up Dalton Kincaid and played him because I had Baby Gronk on IR and Michael Mayer just wasn't getting it done for me. So I picked up Dalton Kincaid and he paid dividends. So in a high octane offense with Josh Allen, you got to like Dalton Kincaid's prospects going forward.
Kincaid was awesome. He's going to be awesome going forward. Showing that he can be, that slot guy and really be like almost that second guy in the offense. And I know Gabe Davis was heavily involved, but we know that's not typical. And we know that's not the norm. Now, are things going to change? I don't know, but they got the ball to Dalton Kincaid a hell of a lot. And they were running a lot of short stuff to Gabe Davis, but that's always inconsistent. So I don't really trust the Gabe Davis. But yeah, I mean, Kincaid going forward could be a real focal point of this offense. We talked all off season about how the Bills need another piece.
Yep. And that it seemed like the perfect pick at the time.
Yeah.
We weren't sold on Dawson Knox. I know a couple of years ago, I had Dawson Knox in the top 10 tight ends, dynasty tight ends, just because I thought he was solid, but he's way too touchdown dependent. And Dalton Kincaid seems to be a lot more of that. He's more Sam Laporta than a touchdown dependent kind of guy where he can just make plays across the field. And we listen, tight ends take a while to develop, right? Travis Kelce, Mark Andrews, the list goes on and on. But it looks like Dalton Kincaid's number is going to get called a lot sooner, maybe than we thought. And, it's only one game, so you don't want to kind of overreact, but at an extremely shallow position, especially for fantasy purposes, you got to love his prospects going into the last half of the season.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's more of a receiving tight end. He's more of it like an actual receiver. And you saw, like that sideline catch that he made where he kind of had to turn his body, go up and get it, and came down with the 2 feet, which was a good catch. But yeah, he's really starting to show what he can do. Domo, what's up, Domo? Currently have Deontay and Pickens. Was offered Calvin Ridley for Deontay. Should I take it? What are we doing?
I would say yes, just because that Steelers offense is so hit or miss. I still like the upside of Calvin Ridley. I know a lot of people have kind of cooled on him since the first couple of weeks of the season where he was really good, and then it seems like he's taken a back seat to one Christian Kirk. But yeah, I think I would do this deal. I'm not crazy about having two guys on the same team, especially on an offense that's not crazy. Deontay Johnson and George Pickens, if you have to play them on a week in, week out basis, you're setting yourself up for, at least failure on one end. I don't think they're both going to go off in a particular game. And Pickens has been pretty good, man. With Deontay out, Pickens has really been good, and he stepped up and showed he can be a very, very viable receiver. So I think I would do this at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, Ridley's just there's a little bit of bad luck with Ridley that he's had so far. I mean, there's quite a few touchdowns that he could have had that didn't happen, where he
Mm-hmm.
couldn't get his feet in bounds, where they were called back. But he's getting the targets. I mean, he's only like 4 targets behind Christian Kirk. Like, it's not like Christian Kirk is crazy out targeting him, but
But we think Ridley is a way better receiver than Christian Kirk, so he shouldn't be
yeah.
out targeted by Christian. Now, Christian Kirk has been there though. Like Christian Kirk, has more of a rapport than Calvin Ridley does with Trevor Lawrence. So maybe he just trusts him a little bit better at this particular point. But I still love the upside of Calvin Ridley.
Well, there's that, and then there's, being that Calvin Ridley is the number one. I mean, he's faced some really good corners. I
That's a good
mean,
point.
against Lattimore, obviously that was a kind of duddish last week. I mean, Kansas
Only
City,
4
they've been
targets.
holding guys down. They've actually been really good. I think Snead was on him that game. And then, I mean, the Atlanta game, he had what, 2 targets? That was fucking bad.
Yeah.
Wound up getting a touchdown to kind of save the day, but I mean, he's got Pittsburgh, San Fran, Tennessee, Houston. I mean, Cincinnati, Cleveland will be possibly a tough one. Baltimore maybe, but he's got some decent matchups coming up. So I don't mind it. I do like Deontay, but if you do have Pickens, then I'm fine coming off of him for Ridley.
Yeah, that's the thing is just with Ridley. I mean, with Deontay and Pickens, I wouldn't mind splitting them up, and if you can get Calvin Ridley out of it, I don't mind that at all.
Sober money. What's up, brother? Would y'all trade Brees Hall for Laporta and a 2024 second? Would you trade
Ooh,
Brees Hall for Laporta and a second? Laporta's your boy.
Laporta is my boy,
I
and
do like Laporta too, but
he's been
he's
my
Simon's
boy from
boy.
the rip. He has been my boy. Just call it like it is. You can like Laporta. That's my guy. Cooper Cup is my guy. Sam Laporta is my guy. Joe Burrow is my guy. Case closed. This is a tough one. It really depends, right? Like, are you in desperate need for a tight end? Do you have other good running backs on your team? What position are you in the standings? So there's a couple of different factors that would go into this one. On the surface of it, I would say no. just because the tight end is so shallow, I don't know if I want to pay a Brees Hall for a tight end. You know what I mean? That's really the sticking point here. If you have some other good running backs, potentially, but how many other good running backs, especially dynasty wise, do you want other than Brees Hall? You know what I mean? Probably Bijan comes to mind, Gibbs to a lesser degree, but not on the level of Brees Hall just yet. For me, this would most likely be a no. I would probably need a little bit more if I'm going to come off of Brees Hall for a tight end.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not trying to come off a Brees for a tight end. If I'm coming off a Brees, then I'll be going after probably a top wide receiver, more of like a cross position thing, or unless you're trying to just down tier and pick up some assets. But yeah, I don't think I'm paying that. Not paying that for Laporta. I like Laporta. Laporta's good. Laporta's awesome, but
But
I
Brees
can't
Hall
pay
is
that.
in most formats though, and we use the warp a lot as well. In pretty much every format, if you don't have Travis Kelsey, Brees Hall is more valuable. And that's just the bottom line.
Yeah. Laporte is still very valuable, but what you can get for Brees Hall, I mean, it just outweighs you trying to get Laporta. You know,
I agree.
quarterback's a bitch. Yeah.
Listen,
Mary,
my
what's up,
quarterback's
Mary
not a
M?
bitch. He plays and he's been playing okay, Patrick. But man, Jordan Love really he has something to prove. And also Matt LaFleur has something to prove too. So don't get me started on Matt LaFleur and his bullshit ass play calling because the weapons are there, right? They have good talent at almost every position. The offensive line concerns me, but Jordan Love's got to get his shit together, especially in the first half of these games.
Mhm. All right, Mary said we got a flex one.
Okay.
Gibbs with no Monty or Nico or Jacoby. Also, Kyler Murray thoughts. We'll talk about Kyler Murray in a few here. We've got him on the docket. Hopefully you can see that in the middle of the screen there.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll get to Kyler. But Gibbs or Nico or Jacoby here.
Lions are playing Raiders Monday night, so I love that matchup for Jahmyr Gibbs coming off the massive game last week. Nico Collins taking on Carolina, another good matchup that you
Mhm.
gotta love as well. And then Jacoby taking on the Lions, and Jacoby's been really good. I know Devontae Adams has been kind of complaining, and Jimmy G coming back, I think, kind of elevates Devontae Adams' production. I'm not going to say it's going to take away Jacoby's production because he's been really good even when Devontae Adams has been in there. But for this one, I'm going Gibbs, man. He's just been really awesome in a plus matchup at home. Give me Jahmyr Gibbs here, and I feel pretty confident with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Gibbs as well. But it's a close one because I do like Nico a lot this week as well, and Jacoby too. I
In a
mean,
good
we've got
matchup,
Jimmy G
yeah.
on the docket at the end there. But yeah, he will be coming back. High scoring game. Vikings take the dub. That's what I'm talking about, rolling loud. Vikings are
Rolling
taking
loud.
the
Who's your
dub.
team? Don't tell me it's the Vikings. Don't.
Are you yeah, yeah, I think he is a Vikings fan as well,
Oh,
rolling loud.
come
That's
on
right.
with the garbage. Where do you
Yep.
Vikings fans come
Yep.
from? I
Vike
don't
Queen, you out
understand.
there? Let's get a skull. Let's get a skull going, baby.
No. If you
Let's get
do
a
the
skull
skull,
going.
if you do the skull, I'm walking off the show. I'm trading in the $200 I
Fucking
just spent on this equipment. I'm out of here. I'm not doing the skull nonsense. Sick of it.
Oh shit. Albert, what's up, Albert? Appreciate you, bro. Always tuning in. Smash that trade, Demo. ETN will not keep up his pace. 3 weeks away from T-Law throwing it 40 times a game. Really will be better than Johnson. Yeah, no, I agree that I agree.
Yeah, I don't mind that take. I listen. I think they want to and remember that Trevor Lawrence had that knee injury, so maybe they were leaning a little bit more on the running game as well as Christian Kirk because of the familiarity. So it's an interesting take. I don't mind it. Listen, I think that Jaguars offense is going to be better. Listen, they haven't been great and they're 5-2. So you can only imagine once everything starts clicking how much better they'll be. And I think ETM will still be a big part of that, to be honest with you. So yeah, give me Ridley, give me some ETN as well. I don't the touchdown pace, obviously I agree with. I don't think he's going to keep up that crazy touchdown pace. But yeah, I think Ridley has a higher upside than Deontay.
Nav, what up, Nav? I have Bijan, Saquon, ETN, and Brees. Okay.
Damn. Who'd you
Who sh
fleece?
who should I look to trade and for who? I also have Mahomes, Olave, Thielen, Jacoby, Kirk, and Amari.
That's a good team. Running
Yeah.
back heavy though.
Well, I mean, Olave, Thielen, Myers, Kirk, they've been doing some
No,
damage.
they
So
have. So he obviously drafted RB heavy and then just got fucking found gold in Adam Thielen, Jacoby Myers, Christian Kirk, right? All
mhm.
these guys are probably good values where you got them. So
Yep.
obviously you want to get a wide receiver here, which is what you're going to need. If I had to trade one, I'd probably trade Saquon, to be honest with you. See the Saquon or ETN. I'm keeping Bijan and Brees Hall.
Are you? So I think I'm on the side of getting off of Bijan and keeping Saquon, Etienne, and Brees. I think those could all be like top 5 guys. I don't know with Bijan, with the way that fucking, Arthur Smith is running things over there.
And
Um,
listen, that's a fair assessment because everybody's on Arthur Smith's case. And listen, if that offense doesn't start to produce, he could find himself out of a job really quick because it seems like all the pieces are in place and they just look stagnant. And listen, Taylor Heineke needs to be in the game. Like he
with that.
needs to be in the game to be able to run that offense. Listen, he'll probably make some mistakes, but he needs to be in that offense. But getting back to this question, I'll probably trade Saquon, to be honest with you. I'm not crazy about that Giants offense. Even in looking good the past couple of weeks, Saquon hasn't been great. Bijan has really good upside, and you can make the argument that you'll get the most for Bijan because of the name, because of the hype, because of what, the flashes that we see. You could probably get the most, and obviously he's a rookie, the youngest guy in this bunch. You could get the most for him, but I think there is still such a ceiling for him that I'm holding on to him. So I'd come off of Saquon as the first guy, and then ETN as maybe the second guy. I'm keeping the young guys. I'm keeping Bijan and I'm keeping Brees. What are you
Mm.
going after? If you're trading, you said you're trading Bijan. Who are you?
I
What
would
are you
trade
targeting?
Bijan just for the fact that I don't really care how shitty the Giants are. Saquon's getting 25, 30 touches regardless. So, he's giving me the points there. ETN obviously has just been a beast on the great offense, and then Brees Hall is the man as well. But yeah, I'd probably just try to come off of Bijan. Not that I don't like him, I just feel like I want to hold on to the other guys more. And all right, what are we going? Can we combine Bijan with like a Jacoby or a Kirk? Could we get like can you go get a JJ? Like, I don't know what your record is, but can you hold off on that and trade one of those wide receivers for like a JJ or any kind of top 5 guy? I don't, a
Amon
Diggs,
Ra
Amon Ra, any of those guys. So I think, and I always say the same thing, but more importantly, find the team that needs a running back. You know,
for
you got to find
and
a team
based
that
on
needs
what
a
you
running back.
have, based on what you have, somebody's going to need one of these guys, and there's just no
Mm,
doubt about it because you
for
have
sure.
basically 4 out of the top 10 running backs.
Hmm.
And somebody's going to need one of those running backs. So to move these guys, I don't think would be extremely difficult. But
No,
like you said, you have to target that team that needs that running back really bad. If somebody's starting, I don't know, Aaron Jones and Joe Mixon, target that team. Like target that team and see if they have the wide receiver help that you need.
yeah, for sure. And I'm okay with trading any of the wide receivers that you have. I mean, I'm not glued to any of them, so I give up any of them to try and cheer up if you can. Dylan, what's up, Dylan? Uglier question. Got to start one running back, full PPR. Roshan, Ford if he plays Singletary or Demercado.
I don't think Ford is playing, is he? Let
Yeah, it's
me
somehow amazing quick turnaround.
right. Because I thought
Um,
he was going to be out for at least like 2 to 3 weeks. That's what it
no,
said initially, right?
apparently it's a quick turnaround, and it's possible that it's possible that he can play this week. Now, what time is his game? Are we gonna know? Is that the early game?
Jerome Ford, they're playing Seattle. That is a 4:05 vehicle.
What time
which
does
makes it tough.
Roshan play?
Roshan is playing.
He plays the night game,
He
so
plays Sunday night.
okay.
Okay, so that
And
makes
what
it a
and
little better.
Demercado plays at 4 also. So you're gonna
Yep.
have some options. So
Yep.
are
It's
we
not the worst
definitely
position to
playing
be in.
Ford if he is a go, or is
I don't know because
Roshan?
Kareem Hunt has looked solid. I mean, it looks like they want to, and apparently Kareem Hunt was going to be the starter anyway this week going in. So I think Ford has lost a little bit of that shine that he had a couple of weeks ago when he was, obviously the top waiver wire pickup when Nick Chubb went down. This is an uglier question, Dylan, for sure. And you can make the argument for pretty much anybody outside of Singletary.
Mhm.
It might be Roshan, no?
I mean, I either like Ford or Roshan. I mean, Ford, I think, is the main guy regardless. I think Hunt has, obviously carved himself out a little role where he'll get maybe 10 to 12 carries, but I think,
Right.
Ford's going to be that main dude. Um, against the Seahawks, or do you go with Roshan, who against the Chargers, they could be down. He's the pass catching guy, right? Foreman, I don't think they want him out of the backfield catching passes. They'd rather Roshan. So that's the tough part about it.
I think your situation, Dylan, is really good considering all these guys kind of play in that late window, that 4 o'clock or later window.
Mhm.
So you don't kind of have to make that decision at 12:30 tomorrow, which is really nice. I would lean Ford if he plays, but I understand if you want to go with Roshan. So lean Ford if he plays, but if you're not comfortable with it, or if Ford doesn't play, which would be not
Yeah.
ideal per se, but if you know he's not going to play, then just roll with Roshan. I guess that's the best way to look at it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably just play Roshan to play it safe. Like, I don't think Ford is like in the Saquon category where like if he's on the field, you have to play him.
I
So,
agree. I agree with
give
that.
me Roshan, give me the chance. I'll take the chance on Roshan, and especially full PPR, right? You can make the case for Demercado too, um,
Tough
because he's
matchup against the
he's the next
Ravens,
guy that's getting the
you
ball.
would think.
But give me Roshan in that one. Give me Roshan. Marty, what up, Marty? Marty in the building. Crispy in the building. What up, Crispy? Appreciate you guys.
Yes, sir.
Patrick said, Hammer, I would take a bad Jordan Love over my snowflake Deshaun Watson every day of the week, twice on Sunday. Such high hopes.
You
Still
know
got
what,
time. He
Patrick?
hasn't been
That's a
that
fair
bad
statement.
when he's been healthy. I mean, he hasn't been as bad as people might think.
The problem is the contract.
Of course.
That's
Of
the
course.
problem,
People want to
right?
see it now. People don't want to wait. So, and now that he's been
Rightfully so.
injured, it's like,
Rightfully so.
it's
So, yeah, listen, Patrick, the thing with Jordan Love is, and I said this all the time, and I've been saying this for the last 5, 6 weeks. He's not young, he's inexperienced, right? And I feel like we've had to go through these kind of growing pains with him because like I said, they've been in every single game, the Lions game notwithstanding. So, I like what I've seen mostly. There's some things that I don't like throwing into double coverage at midfield when all you need is a field goal to win the game. But listen, Jordan Love, I think he'll be their quarterback for quite some time. I think he'll get an extension this offseason. They'll be able to grow this young team. Matt LaFleur, get your shit together, Matt LaFleur.
Dylan said, got to pick one flex full PPR. Hollywood, Mixon, Downs, Hunt, Spears, or Michael Thomas, leaning Mixon for volume, MT for TD
Well,
upside.
Michael Thomas just had an injury that popped up. I don't know if you've seen it in the last couple hours. Michael Thomas I think he's questionable now. The problem
But
with Michael Thomas is he's just not. There's not enough upside there. So Michael Thomas is out of it for me. Downs is very, very interesting. I the upside with Downs is really good with Gardner Minshew slinging the rock all over the place. Now New Orleans does have a good defense, so that could be,
they're
that could be
facing number
something there.
one. right? He won't face Lattimore because you got Pittman, right?
True.
So
Yep. Um, Mixon versus San Francisco. No, thank you. I know. Uh, the Vikings had a really good game against San Francisco, but that was through the air. That wasn't really on the ground. I know Madison had a couple of good runs early, but that kind of went nowhere. I actually took Madison on the under that game and it hit. That was wild. He
did
had
you?
like 39 yards in the first half. I needed him. I
Yeah,
needed him
first like
under
the first
45.
2 carries, he was
Yeah,
rolling, and
yeah,
then
exactly.
but yeah, they just
Um,
passed the ball. They passed the ball a ton. So
Yeah, I'm not going Spears against Atlanta. I'm not going Thomas versus Indy. This really comes down to Hollywood and Downs. I think Hollywood has the safer floor. I think Downs has a higher upside. Fuck it, give me Josh Downs here. Go for the gusto, Dylan. Take Josh Downs, Gardner Minshew, slinging Dilsky all over the place. Josh Downs.
I'm gonna take Downs as well. I mean, big game last game, 5 for 125 on 6 targets against a good Cleveland defense. Had the
Now,
long
to be
tutty
fair,
obviously early.
one of the a bulk of that was that one sideline catch that he kind of escaped away and ran up the sideline. But he has that play potential, right? And that's kind of what you're I don't want to say chasing because we don't ever want to chase the points. But you want to chase the upside. I guess that's the best way to put it, right? You want to chase that upside. Hollywood has a really good floor, to be honest with you. And I do like me some Hollywood, but I think Downs, especially with Gardner Minshew, as a really, really capable quarterback throwing the football, I feel like he's really established a nice rapport with Downs.
I like Downs too. Hunt is interesting if Ford doesn't play also, I would say. Hollywood's been good, like you said. Ravens D gonna be all over Arizona. Yeah. Yeah,
It's
that could
possible.
be. That could be. Isaac, what's up, brother? I picked up and started Kincaid. Exactly. So did I in one of my leagues. I was fucking hyped. Already got points going into the week. Um, Now I have a dilemma. You have Go Dirt and you have to flex them, or I have Deontay, Watson, and Garrett Wilson. Who's getting the bench out of those four?
Hmm.
I think we had talked about you having a trade Go Dirt, if I remember correctly. But yeah, I would trade Go Dirt if you could here. I mean, Garrett Wilson is giving you already wide receiver 3 production, so I'm fine if you got him in the flex. Deontay kind of same situation. Like he's getting targets. He'll be he'll score you a few points, but the upside is kind of limited. We have 5 for 79 in his first game back last week. So, and that's with him not even playing, only 66% of the snaps in his first game back. So, you think here, Hammer? What are we doing?
That's tough because Deontay in a low volume offense. I know, and you keep bringing up all the time that Deontay gets the targets, and while that is true, I think his upside is very limited until we see Kenny Pickett kind of step out of that. I don't know, whatever it is, like that offense needs to get unlocked somehow for you to really feel like Pickens is the big play wide receiver on that team. Deontay is the
So,
target guy, but Pickens is the big play receiver. So I feel like Deontay's floor is steady, but his upside is very limited. In
bench
my
one. We got to bench one. I think I read it wrong at first. We got to bench one of them. Deontay Watson, Wilson, go dirt. Bench one.
oh, okay. I mean, that makes it a lot easier than picking one out of these four.
Yeah, that's
Um,
I read it wrong. My bad.
it's tough for me. It's got to be you got to look at Christian Watson here. Just because the Packers offense hasn't been great, especially in the first half. You're not getting a ton. Now, Christian Watson has the upside. He can catch that bomb, he can catch a quick slant and take it to the house. He's got the upside, but it's been too few and far between for me. So I'm sitting Christian Watson's behind down. Garrett Wilson's solid. Deontay, like I said, has a really good floor. And listen, Dallas Goedert has been really picking up the pace the last 2 to 3 weeks. So Christian Watson's going to have to take a seat, and it pains me to say it.
It's Washington. They've got. Uh, Man, yeah, it's either Watson or go dirt for me. I might just have to say go dirt just because he's a fucking tight end.
Yeah,
Watson
and
could
while I
have
feel that,
one
Isaac,
catch
is that
in a
are you
huge
in it?
play.
Does the tight end premium change your perspective on benching Goddard?
Like he's got, yeah, I think it's just regular. If it was tight end premium, then I'd probably like that a little bit more. But especially if it's not, I'm probably just not doing it. Vikings crap makes me miss Bogala. Can we get a trade? Nope. Vikings are the squad, bro. We're about to take this division, baby. We're coming for Detroit.
Patrick, I feel that comment, bro.
We ain't
Patrick,
worried
I
about
love
the
that.
pack.
See, that's why we need some more Patrick up in here, just to bring some balance. We don't need this Vikings bull jive up in here.
Yes, we do. Lost Fields to injury, Emil said. What's up, Emil? Who we starting this week between Derek Carr and Sam Howell?
Oof.
Redraft.
How about
What's
death?
up, Stevie and Hammer?
How about death, Emil? Sam Howell taking on the Eagles. Sam Howell at home. Derek Carr has been just God. I'm so glad we didn't make this Mountain Dew bet with Derek Carr. We talked about this before because Derek Carr, bro, is just so upsetting out there. It's just Derek Carr against the Colts, Sam Howell against Philly. Give me Sam Howell here, man. Fuck that. I'm done with Derek Carr.
The upside of
Yeah, I'm done with Derek Carr. Give me Sam Howell.
Howell a little
That's
bit.
tough because the matchup for Sam Howell is not great, but he could run around a little bit.
Yeah, I mean the secondary is kind of hurt. Yeah, I mean Carr's threw the ball 55 and 50 times the last two games. Over
And
300
how much
yards in
did what
both
did
of
that
those games,
equate
but
to with his fantasy finish?
only a tutty each. I mean,
Right.
he had what 20. Well, in this particular league, at least, um, put up some decent points. But yeah, give me Howell. I mean, yeah, give me Howell, man.
Bull jive.
Give me
Bull jive.
Howell. Dylan said Arthur Smith's a prick. I don't trust Bijan no matter how good he is. Exactly. Well, that's the thing is that Bijan's getting 10 to 15 carries, where Saquon's getting 20 to 25 in passing work. Like so that's my thing of why I would rather keep Saquon. Like
It's understandable, but I think Bijan has a higher upside.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair to say. I just feel like Barkley's getting the fucking work, so that's why for me, I'll take it.
You can kind of make the
Bijan's
argument
top
either
10.
way, you know. I
Well,
just
Bijan, the Giants' offense is not good. Listen, Dynasty, of course, I want Bijan all day, but Barkley's always been banged up. I mean, it is what it is. You can make the
hey,
argument for either or, like Hammer said. But Little Spoon checking in, Big Spoon, what's behind you in those frames? There you go. There's Hammer's Little Spoon.
that is my little
I
spoon.
think Ford gonna be limited high ankle sprain. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Patrick, he was originally, but apparently he started running on Thursday, and it like even the fantasy doc was like, I don't know how this guy is might be able to play already. Speaking of the
It said 2
fantasy
to 3
doc,
weeks.
I was talking
Wild.
to him a little bit and I asked him to maybe come on the show one of these weeks and talk about some of the injuries. So if he was able to hop on, I think that'd be really cool. Angelo, what's up, Angelo? T or Mixon full PPR? It's got to be T.
T. Higgins, not even close.
Got to be T, Angelo. Yeah, I saw that's a crazy stat, right? Vikings no rushing touchdowns
Really?
this year.
I did
Bro,
not know that.
Madison's been banging him in through the air. I think he had maybe one or two tutties through the
Give
air.
me some Jordan Addison all day, bro. That guy is awesome.
Addison's doing it. Jacob, what's up, Jacob? Pick two: Higgins, Lockett, Ridley. Lockett's a little banged up.
This is a tough one because
He hasn't
these
been doing
guys.
jack.
What happened?
Said and he hasn't been doing jack.
Yeah, this is a tough one. Just because these guys all kind of project out as wide receiver twos, in one way or another, and you can make the argument for all three kind of being in there based on whatever metric you want to use, how you feel about the guy. I'm going Higgins and Ridley.
Yeah, I'm going Higgins and Ridley also for sure. I'm going Higgins and Ridley. JSN, starting to come along a little bit more, starting to get a little more playing
Was
time.
that
Lockett a
because of
little,
the DK injury? I know you're a JSN guy. Was that
yeah,
because of the
DK
DK
injury, but
injury?
Lockett's a little banged up this week too. They weren't sure if he was going to go. I think he's going to play now, but he's
It
on
says on
track to
track.
play. Full participant on Friday. Listen, that's questionable with a hamstring, but expected to play after practicing in full on Friday. So, Hubbard or Jeff Wilson in the flex. They did say that Jeff Wilson was going to get a little bit more work this week.
Do we believe that?
Be the second guy behind Mostert. And you got Chuba, who's been kind of like outplaying Miles Sanders almost against Houston.
Coming off the bye. Yeah, I mean, he's been solid. 19 carries in week 6. I think Miles Sanders was out that game, right?
Yeah.
I don't like either one of these options, so give me the upside and give me Jeff Wilson in a better offense.
Yeah, all you need is one carry from Jeff Wilson to,
Yep. Especially near the in the red area.
Give me Jeff Wilson as well.
Who does Miami play this week?
Jacob says, "I love how you pronounce Goddard."
Goddard.
Everybody always does say Goddard. I don't know why I say it that way. And I don't even know.
It
I
is
just feel like
Goddard.
it should be said that way.
You tell him, Jacob. Don't let him get away with
Not
shit.
Goddard, bro. There's a fucking E there. You're not telling me that it's silent. Is the E silent?
Goddard.
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 It's fucking
Dallas
God
Goddard.
now.
Goddard.
I mean, why is it Goddard? No, it's Goddard. Because it's GOE, bro.
Have you watched the Philadelphia Eagles
E is
game?
silent. The E is silent. It's like go, but it's Goddard. It's not Goddard, bro. It's not
Goddard.
GA, bro. It's GO, bro.
It's Goddard.
No, it's not.
It's not Go Dirt.
It's Go Dirt, bro.
Go Dirt. Go Joe Dirt.
Oh shit.
Oof.
Playing the 7-0 team, need some upside. All right, yeah. If you need to go for the upside, yeah, hell yeah. Then let's go for the upside, baby.
Isaac, I'm in the same position in our subscriber league. I'm playing the 7-0 team, and I'm just
Dirt like Joe Dirt. Exactly.
There it is. Oh, stop it. Go Dirt.
Go Dirt. Go Dirt. Flex Ridley, Dell, or Aaron Jones, Anthony said. What's up, Anthony? I'll tell you, it's definitely not Aaron Jones.
No, it's not. But it's fucked up, man. I'm picking against my Packers all week. It's fucking bullshit. Not Aaron Jones. It is not. And listen, Aaron Jones could go out there and give you 25 points this week. He's capable of that. But until we see it, we can't trust it. Tank Dell, man, coming off the injury, all things being equal, it's Calvin Ridley. But I think you could make a strong case for Tank Dell in a plus matchup against Carolina. Man, it's between Ridley and Dell. Give me Tank Dell here on some upside.
Yeah, I'm taking Ridley against in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I'm going.
I'll take the guaranteed targets. I mean, I like Dell too, but I think Nico might outshine him a little bit. So give me Ridley, but it's close between Ridley and Dell. Traded for Deontay, gave up Stroud because I have Lamar. Traded for Deontay, gave up Stroud. Okay, you gave up the backup QB. I mean,
one quarterback league.
Yeah,
I'm fine with that.
That's fine, especially if that's all you can get. I know it's tough. One Nation in the building. What up, One Nation?
There it is. Holding on to that Raiders for dear life.
Tingley in the building. What's up, Tingley? How y'all been? Y'all have any worries about the games projected to have some bad weather? Pittsburgh, Denver. I got T-Law, ETN, and Pacheco. Well, I mean, bad weather. You got the running backs, so I mean, I wouldn't be that worried. Wouldn't be that worried if you've got the running backs. But yeah, I mean, the Denver and was it Denver Chiefs, right? That's supposed to be a fucking snowstorm. So yeah, I'm a little worried about that.
Really?
Yeah, bro.
Shit, I haven't even. I know we have the little weather thing that we've brought up. Maybe we can bring that up tomorrow morning because obviously you'll have a more clearer picture. But listen, I sometimes forget about it, but at this time of the year, weather becomes a factor, a real factor. So yeah, I always want to take a look at the weather report. I always watch those early NFL countdowns, 11:30 a.m., just to kind of check in and see how the weather's doing and move some things around if I see fit. So yeah, always take the weather into account for sure. And if you have the running backs, then you feel better. If you have wide receivers or quarterbacks, depending on who they are, it could be interesting. A lot of yellow,
Figured I'll pull it up real quick. It says
freezing
here,
cold.
freezing cold. Game will be played with temps in the 20s. There's a ton of snow that falls Saturday and early morning Sunday,
Damn.
but most, if not all of that snow is done by kickoff. That's not to say that we won't see some flurries or some snow on the field prior day's snow, though I do expect they'll have time to clear it. I'm not expecting major impacts here. So
Okay.
it's going to be cold, but it doesn't look like there's going to be crazy winds or anything. He doesn't think it's going to be, they don't think it's going to crazy impact, that game. Jacksonville, Pittsburgh. I mean, scattered showers more early than late. Winds stay fairly light, so nothing crazy there. Jets, Giants, a few passing showers. Atlanta, Tennessee, heavy rain near Nashville. Looks like the bulk of that holds just north, leaving us with a few passing showers during the game. Put this at yellow because I do think we'll see at least some rain, but I don't expect major impacts. I
To be
mean,
honest with
cold
you, the
Minnesota,
the
Green Bay. I mean,
the
nothing
weather
crazy.
I look at is wind. The wind is the biggest
Mhm.
factor in a lot of these games. Rain doesn't concern me a ton. Snow doesn't concern me a ton. Cold doesn't concern me a ton. It's more the wind. So that's generally what I look at when it comes to certain positions, particularly quarterback and kicker, if you're still playing with kickers. So, take a look at the wind, obviously. But yeah, always take a look at the weather. Could be the great equalizer in a lot of these games.
PPR, Hunt, Samuel, Shaheed, return points included. Oh,
I like
okay.
that. I like that one nation.
How much does that affect? Like, what is Shaheed right now? Like, what is he ranked in your scoring? Like,
Let's see. In our home dynasty league, we have kick.
we do have kick return points, but I don't think it's that much. I know there's some leagues that like it's you really get good points for it.
Yeah, so he gets returned, and Shaheed hasn't been much of a factor in the return game. He got never mind. I was looking at the rushing, but even really since week 1, he hasn't been a major factor in the return game. He did have a touchdown in week 3, but other than that, he's not getting a ton in the return game. So it's not as much of a factor. He can always pop one because Shaheed is a dynamic player. Um, Fucking Curtis Samuel, bro. Curtis Samuel always does this shit where it makes it difficult because you have him on your roster, and when you don't play him, when you might want to, he does something. You're just like, motherfucker. This is a tough one because Curtis Samuel has been pretty good. Kareem Hunt. I don't know, man. This is.
I'm taking Samuel. Oh, fuck it.
Are you?
Yeah, I mean, he's
Ooh.
getting some fucking good work to try to get the ball in his hands. I mean, he's gonna give you at least like 50 yards and you hopefully get a tutty. I mean, at least secondary is a little bit banged up. They gotta throw the ball. I mean, he's gonna be out there. So yeah, I mean, I think you can make an argument for Hunt, like a good argument for Hunt because he's gonna be the main guy. So I might be okay with playing Hunt actually, but I think Samuel is gonna be really close one.
Yeah, I think
You
I'm
can just
leaning
say
Kareem.
fuck Sam Howell and just say, all right, you know what? I'll just go with Hunt.
I think I'm leaning Kareem Hunt here as well. Shaheed is interesting, man, because he's definitely involved in kind of all facets. He's like that wild card that you don't expect to do much, and then he pops up and he's got 10 points. So Shaheed gives you some decent upside. He's actually had a pretty stable floor for the most part.
You cut out, Hammer. I can't hear you.
Better?
Yeah, there you go.
What was that? Holy
I don't
shit.
know.
We're
I don't know if
experiencing.
you hit
I'm
something.
gonna have to call a company and get a refund. That was
I
what
don't
the
know if you
fuck is
hit
going on
something,
there?
but
Yeah, so
I just went out again. What did you hit? Are you hitting something? What happened? No, I still can't hear you.
I'm not doing anything.
Oh, okay. Now I can hear you.
I'm minding my business. I won't touch a button again. I promise. Give me
Yeah, you
Kareem
might
Hunt.
if you're hitting the button, I don't know.
Not
Cats
doing
took over.
anything.
What up? Full PPR start to Ridley, Deontay, JSN, Tank Dell, Christian Watson. Or two.
I think I'm still rolling with Ridley.
Mhm.
I still feel good about Ridley, honestly. JSN, I can't. If
Not
Lockett is
over, yeah.
out, right? If
Yeah.
Lockett or one of those guys are out, then maybe you can make that. If Watson or Metcalf are out, I mean Watson. If Metcalf or Lockett is out, then you can make the argument for JSN.
Mhm.
Give me Ridley and Tank Dell here.
Mm. Give me Ridley and
Deontay, little bitch.
Deontay? I don't trust Christian Watson
No
yet.
confidence, no courage of your conviction there.
Deontay? Because I like Tank Dell and Watson's another kind of decent play too. But give me Ridley and Deontay. Fuck it. Let's do it. Jacob Mixon, Sanders, or Osborne or Gus Bus. PR.
Miles Sanders is interesting because he gets a ton of the work. Does he have any injury designation?
Trash.
What'd you say?
Trash.
What?
Trash. Trash.
Trash?
Trash
Oh,
can.
yeah, you might be right on Miles Sanders. I feel like I haven't seen him in 2 months.
Yeah, I'm not really trusting it yet. I mean, who are they playing?
Texans.
They're playing the Texans. Like, it's not a bad matchup. Like, but do we really want to trust Miles Sanders
Trust,
yet?
yeah.
Like, I
Mixon
don't
has
know if
the
I could
tough
do that
matchup.
yet. Like, full PPR, fuck it. Just give me Mixon, and I know I'm gonna get decent points. He's gonna get the volume.
Oh God.
Osborne's like option 4 or 5. Gus the Boss hasn't been horrible. He's getting like 10 to 15 carries a game. I mean, still take
Yeah,
Mixon.
it's between Mixon and Gus. Give me Mixon as well, but I have no confidence in that play at all. The problem with I would love it to be Gus Edwards, but the problem is that the Ravens just don't. There's just not enough volume to feel confident in that. And Lamar Jackson's running the ball around. Like, it's just Justice Hill is involved. Like, how do you have any confidence that Mixon's going to get some volume?
Yeah. Okay. It's Goddard. Is it Goddard? I mean, did they say it's officially Goddard? Like, why is it
Did
not
they
Goddard?
say
It
it's
seems like
officially Goddard? What kind of question
it's
is
like
that?
is it like French? Is it like feng shui? It's like Goddard. Like, bro,
Feng
GOE.
Shui.
It's like fancy, bro.
It's Dallas Goddard. It's been that. Have you not watched an Eagles game in the last 5 years?
I don't. That's what other people are saying. But what if that's not right? He just hasn't told us.
Hold on, hold on.
Uh,
Devon, sorry, not Devon. Devon A-Chan came out after 4 games and people were calling him A-Chain.
Yeah,
and he said, "No, it's A-chan," I
that's
think we
because he
would
wants
know
to
if it's
say
Go Dirt
A-Chan.
at
No,
this
bro.
point. So stop it.
It's
It's
fucking
Dallas
go like
Goddard.
yogurt, bro. It's go dirt. Like it's
This is a problem. Devon A-chan.
yes, we got A-Chan, but you don't got go dirt. That's what you don't got.
Yeah, you're gonna have a problem in a second if you keep calling him Go Dirt.
All right, Patrick. Time to break it down. The team is T-Law, Fields, Kyler, Canine, Barkley, Pollard, Javante, Sharps, Tyreek, D-Hop, Ridley, Amari, and Waller.
Okay. Clearly, Fields is not giving you what you thought you might be getting from Fields.
Law either.
Um, T-Law hasn't been great. He's been
What
okay. Not great from where you drafted him. Is a super flex, I would imagine.
the person giving you what you thought they were going to give you right now is Cheetah and Kyler. Because
Yeah,
Kyler hasn't gave you Shaq.
that's a fantastic point by you, by the way. He's giving you exactly what you thought. 0. Cheetah's been good. Amari Cooper's been okay. I mean, hit and miss. D Hop has been hit and miss as well. Ridley hit and miss. Pollard's been Kenneth Walker's been really good. Like Kenneth Walker's been solid. Not great if I remember over the last game or two, but outside of that, Kenneth Walker's been good. What are you trying to do, Patrick? Like what? Are you trying to shake it up? What do what's going on? Kenneth Walker's RB6. He's been really good. No injury
Cheetah's been
designation. Kenneth
smashing,
Walker has
bro.
been fantastic.
Not a bad team. Cheetah's been smashing. What's your record, Patrick? Let us know what your record is. Isaac said it's Goddard. The T is silent or Goddard. I can see the T
Go
is
there.
silent. That's why I'm saying it's Goddard. It's fancy,
You know
bro. It's
what? I'm
feng
gonna send an
shui.
email to the NFL league
It's
off. I might hit up Dallas Godare in his DMs and be like, "Bro, how do you pronounce your name? Please do
already
this."
said Favre. Yep, that's true
It
too.
doesn't.
Patrick said any moves that we would make with that squad. So and Barkley Pollard. I mean, yeah, can you trade one of the RBs?
Yeah,
Javante Pollard, Barkley, Canine. I mean, if you want to trade an RB and tier up at wide receiver, I mean, because D Hop is trash can. Ridley, Mari, Waller. I mean, can you get rid of like Amari and one of the running backs and try and tier up at wide receiver or something?
see, the problem is that the timing is everything with these trades, especially on these older kind of veteran guys, right? Like the time to trade D Hop was weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, right? When Ryan Tannehill was slinging him the ball 8, 9 times a game. Now with Malik Willis and Will Levis, you're not going to get jack for D Hop. Like it's not happening. Amari, maybe Ridley, you might get something. Pollard and Barkley as well. So I would agree. Ridley, Amari, Barkley, Pollard. Try and get somebody else to help out.
Or
Tyreek
would you
there.
get? Would you get your degree in? Hammer Emil
Oh,
said.
oh, that's an interesting question, Emil. I'm kind of curious why you're asking that. Um,
Mine in kinesiology.
Kinesiology. That's interesting.
Yeah,
I actually studied communications and journalism. So here I am years later on an unofficial podcast trying to make a living.
bro. I went to
Yeah, I took
college too,
communications and
but
journalism in
I dropped out.
in school, and I had a internship at the St. Petersburg Times in Florida, which was really interesting. And it was just really cool being able to kind of get to interact with some of those people down there. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I learned a lot. I learned about communicating. I learned about speaking clearly. I took a ton of public speaking classes, and that was really fun. It translates into the job I do now. I do a lot of training and stuff like that for my job. So it's just been really fun. It's been interesting. And this is amazing to be able to get on here and communicate with you guys and talk and stuff like that. So yeah, communications and journalism. How about that?
Yo, Bill said, "Fuck the rain." You think Knox comes back this year? If he does, will it affect Kincaid come playoff time?
That really depends, right? It really depends on how if Kincaid just snatches that job. Listen, there's going to be room for Dawson Knox in that offense if and when he comes back. But if Kincaid grabs that bull by the horn, so to speak, it's his job. He will be the guy. So if Kincaid continues to produce at or near the level he produced Thursday night, this is Kincaid. They drafted him
Yeah,
for a
for
reason.
sure. Yeah, this is all he need. This is what he needs right here. His chance to, his
Eh,
chance to play, his chance to
That
shine. So
agreed.
Emil said he asked because he thought that was your degree behind you.
That is not my degree. That is my ownership stake in the Packers.
He's got the ownership stake in the Green Bay Packers.
Courtesy of my cohort here.
I got that from what was that? Few years ago, right?
2 years ago.
Yeah, they open it up every what was it, 20 years or something like that? Every like 20 years or so or something, they open up like so you can purchase a stake of the Green Bay Packers and yeah.
And what's really funny about that story is that Steve hit me up on text message. He's like, "Bro, I got you something for Christmas," because we exchange gifts pretty much every Christmas. I know since you moved away, it's been a little bit different, but um, we exchange gifts. We usually exchange gifts every Christmas. And this motherfucker texts me one couple of years ago. He's like, "Bro, I got you a gift, but it's gonna be your gift for the next 10 years." And because he was working at Acura, I was like, "Bro, did you get me a fucking car, you psycho?" He's like, "No." And he's like, "Yeah, just wait, just whatever." And I got the package in the mail and I opened it up and it had a Green Bay Packers letterhead on it. And I was like, wait a minute, is this what I think it is? And it turned out to be a share of the Packers, which I'm forever grateful for, to be honest with you. And they send me shareholder invites every year. They send me tickets to the shareholders meeting up in Green Bay. I was actually going to go this summer, but I'm planning a wedding, so that might have to be put on hold. But I definitely want to make it to one of those shareholders meeting on my bucket list for
Yeah,
sure.
that would be cool to walk into one of those.
It would be an
Right.
amazing and then I would go to a game. I mean, that would be amazing. I think it's over the summer, though. I think it's in the off season, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I'm not sitting G Willie because of the rain, Isaac.
What are your options? I
I think it's
mean,
bad enough that you need to sit him. It's not like a hurricane or something, you
I
know?
guess what
So,
would be the options, right? Like,
yeah. Saying, "What's up? Start 1, Ridley, Amari, or Tank full PPR."
it's gotta be Ridley, no? Are we gonna are we gonna
Yeah,
give
I'm
up
gonna
on
go I'm gonna
Ridley?
go Ridley, but you can make the case for Tank. I do like the matchup, so
Tank Dell has the best matchup out of these three. Gotta believe it's Ridley here, man. Listen, I'm not mad at the if you go with Tank Dell, I would not be mad at you because of
yeah,
the
I agree.
matchup. The the number one and number two overall picks going head to head. I think CJ Stroud is going to clearly outshine
Mhm.
Bryce Young
Sure.
as he has done all season. You know what? Fuck it. Give
Mhm.
me Tank Dell here.
Ooh, okay, okay.
Give me Tank Dell.
Sober, I don't know, we answered that one earlier. I don't know if you missed it or not, but no, we're not trading Breece Hall for Laporta in the second. It's just not enough. You should be getting a top wide receiver, if you're trading off of Breece or a quarterback if it's super flex. But
Yes, sir.
yeah, Hammer was in the Matrix for sure. Sober said he's kind of in a rebuild, so he want to get off the RB, but Laporta's not enough. You're right, exactly.
Yep.
Rosters Burrow, Stroud, Bryce, nice, St. Brown, Higgins, Garrett Wilson, Addison, Jaceki, Irv Smith, Okonkwo.
That
Yes.
doesn't feel like a rebuild. That kind of feels like just a
No,
retool.
no, it doesn't. But and then you've got Brees, obviously. But no, I'm not gonna trade Brees for a tight
No.
end. With some of those
No.
wide receivers and stuff you have, just find a decent tight end maybe that you can play or for cheap,
Yeah, I
you know.
agree.
George, what's up, George? 7-0. Tua, CMC, Kenneth Walker, Cup, Olave, Goder,
Goddard.
and
God
Flex
damn it.
James Cook, bench Warren, bench Warren, Darrell, Roshan, Dell, Deontay, JSN, Jameson. Should I trade Cook for Chan or Waddle? Can you get them straight up? Is that like what you're saying? Is that like an option that you have? Like you can trade James Cook for Achan
Then it's
or
Waddle.
James Cook for Waddle? Because I
Then it's
do
Waddle.
either of those.
Yes. Then it's Waddle for me. It's definitely Waddle.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, with the two, because you have Tua, I'm going Waddle here. It's Waddle. If you could trade Cook for Waddle straight up, do it and don't look back.
But yeah, I mean, Purdy had the quick turnaround. We didn't talk about Purdy yet, but Purdy had the quick turnaround from the concussion. All of a sudden, he had a concussion. After he got fucked up by the Vikings, and now all of a sudden he's back and ready to go. But yeah, well, are we confident in Ayuk this week? Is Debo's not back yet, right?
I don't believe so. I know that was a multi-week injury for Debo. Let me just check that out. Debo Samuel out.
No, he's out. Okay, so you got Ayuk, you got Kittle, your boy.
My boy. That's right.
Where was Diaz? My bad. I had Diaz's question up here somewhere. Here we go. Details are in the subscriber league chat deal. I was talking about. Oh damn. He just countered with A Rich and Bijan. A Rich and Bijan for Stroud, Gibbs, and Dell. Really need help with this one, guys. Hold on. Superflex, no tight end premium. Win now. 25 first is a current contender with the old win now. Has potential to implode in 24. Okay. It'd be an early 25 first if they implode. Okay. Also, the team I'm trading with, I have his 24 first. He's 2-5, but believes when Kyler comes back, he'll contend. So I'd be hurting his QB room of Bryce, Stroud, and Kyler. My QB room is Josh Allen, Deshaun Watson, A Rich, Minshew. It's not super flex. Oh, wait, hold on. My bad. That was not my bad. There we go. 6-1. Don't have my 24 first, but have this guy's 24 first. And the 25 first 101. I want to counter, take out Mims in the third, add Laporta. Currently have Kelsey Okonkwo. He won't budge on Addison. All right, hold on.
That's a lot to kind of break down there.
Hold on. Let me star
Go
all
back
these
to the
real
original
quick so I
trade.
can bring them down. Hold on. Here we go. Boom. Let's start over. Rich and Bijan, Stroud, Gibbs, and Dell. You're giving up A Rich and Bijan, and you get Stroud, Gibbs, and Dell. A Rich and Bijan for Stroud, Gibbs, and Dell. He's a win now. 25 first is a current contender. Old win now. Implode. It'd be an early 25 first. Also a team. So you have this first, you're saying.
He has his 24 first.
You're trading with, you have his 24 first. Where did this 25 first come in? And he has a 25 first. 2-5. He thinks when Kyler comes back, he'll be hurting his QB room. Yeah, definitely will. My QB. So you've got Josh Allen, Deshaun Watson, and A Rich. Trying to get Stroud here. I don't have your 24, but you have that guy's 24 first and the 25 first 101. I want to counter. Take out Mims in the third.
That's a lot to really break down.
I don't even see I don't even see it in the chat in here. Am I bugging?
I think it's on Instagram on the IG chat.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Got Mims in the third. Okay, I see you here. So you get Stroud, you get the first. It's a whole lot going on.
That is a lot. I'm looking at it right now as well. So it's you'd be sending
Just
Bijan and A Rich. You're
I
getting
just feel like once A-Rich comes back next year and actually plays and just has even one good game,
he'll be
like, that
worth a
stock is
ton.
gonna go up again. Like, I just feel like we're trading kinda A-Rich on the, not like his real like, not at the greatest value right now, you know? Because if you wanna say, "Okay, A-Rich for Stroud," and just say that's even, like, I don't think the rest of that is enough for Bijan, you know? The
But
1
if you're
first,
getting but if you're getting
Dell,
CJ
Mims,
Stroud, does
Pierce.
that even matter? The
Well,
A
that's what I'm
Rich.
saying because I think that, A-Rich could be a lot closer to Stroud than it'd be like Stroud plus, you know what I mean?
But he's getting the first,
A-Rich plus, like,
right? He's getting the first. He's getting Tank Dell.
well, that's what I'm
Mims,
saying.
I don't
I'm saying to cross out A-Rich and Stroud and just say,
right. I
"Okay, that
agree.
could be decently even."
I
Cross
agree.
that out. Now you're only getting the first, Dell, Pierce, Mims, and Miller, which is not really anything to me. I'd rather just hold Bijan. Now you're saying the 25 first is the 101. And you're saying that if you make this deal, you hurt his QB room so that you already have that 24 first. That could be that could be a better pick for you. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think I like it. I don't think I like it.
I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I guess it's tough to really and I talked about this anytime there's a trade involving more than four total parts. I It's hard to decipher. Like you said, crush out Stroud and A Rich, and then you basically trade in Bijan for Pierce, Mims, Dell, Miller, a 2025 first, which is the 101, which there's value there, but that's a ways away, right? We're looking at two drafts away, two rookie drafts away. So that's a tough one to kind of to take, man. I don't know, man. That's a tough one.
Now he said he's contending, so he's got to roll with Minshew. I'm fine with rolling with Minshew. I don't care, bro. I'd roll with Minshew if I have to. I
And you
mean,
have Josh Allen, so that kind of doesn't really,
you know, if you, it's just kind of like you're just taking, not not the full value. Like, you're not getting the full value back maybe that you could if you were to trade him at the right time.
right.
So, I mean, can you go spend cheaper and just pick up another backup running back and make this run? Like, is the rest of your team really strong enough to, maybe withstand this?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't love it, but I don't hate it because you're getting the Stroud, which you love, and then you get in the 2025 101, man. That's by
I
that
know he's
time.
just possibly the one if everything but everything's gotta go right, right, for this, everything has to be perfect for it to be, that to be the 101, and then, the 24, he has that guy's pick, so, it's tough. Can we just make it simpler? Can we just try and get an A-Rich for Stroud? Like, or what else can we do to make that happen? Like, maybe you gotta pay a little bit more than A-Rich to get Stroud at the moment, which I'd be okay with depending on what you gotta give up, but maybe just make it simpler instead of so many moving parts,
That's usually
you know?
my thinking when it comes to trades is try and break it down. Like, who you targeting? Because once you start getting to more than 4 or 5 pieces in the total trade, it gets very convoluted, and I'm just like, "Man, I truly getting the value that I'm looking for?" So, Diaz, if you can, try and break it down, try and just go after who you're targeting.
Yeah, the most recent was A-Rich and Bijan for Stroud, Gibbs, and Dell.
So, Gibbs and Dell, because like you said, cross out Stroud and A-Rich. That's basically a wash. So, Bijan for Gibbs and Dell. I I might
Seems
be
a
okay
lot
with that.
better. Yeah, I think that's
More
probably
realistic. Yeah.
probably better. I mean, obviously, you take a little bit of a hit, and have to go to Gibbs from Bijan, and but if you really wanted to make that move, then you can. But so you got Minshew, and then you still got Deshaun Watson, but obviously he's hurt right now. So yeah, I mean, I'd be okay with that last one if you wanted to do that, but I
I would
don't
agree.
absolutely love it, but I'm okay with it if you just want to feel better about it. If you're not trusting Deshaun. So Patrick said, where was it? It was JJ Ridley for JJ straight up.
Yeah, if you're getting the JJ,
Okay. Yeah, I definitely do that. Did you wind up doing that, Patrick? I think JJ is gonna come back this year, and
I would agree.
you
And the
know,
fact that the Vikings are actually winning some games, and if they win this game, they're 4-4,
I
which they're
think they're
not
in the
going to
seventh
win. But
spot right now. I think I saw or heard.
yeah, and once and like I said, they and JJ, this is his second week missed, so he would come back in week 10. Yeah, I would do this.
Yeah, sure. If I don't get Jefferson, shopping Barkley. Yeah, I mean, if you're shopping Barkley, you should be able to get hopefully a top 10 wide receiver. That's what I'd be shooting for. Need a running back upgrade. If I trade, go dirt. My RBs are Swift
Got
and
her.
Cook.
God damn
I
it.
lost JK. Who can I get? RBs are Swift and Cook. You have to find a team that needs a tight end. So it's
Yep.
not going to be about which player can you get. It's going to be about what players are on that team that needs a tight end, and you're going to have to, you know, get one of those guys, whoever it is that that team has, because
Who
nobody's just going to give up a good running back for a tight end if they don't need a tight end, right?
But most teams need a tight end in a shallow, very shallow position. If you don't got Kelsey, you don't got Laporta,
Mhm.
you don't got Andrews. I can't really put Kittle in that category because he's way too hit or miss. But you could put Kittle because most people put Kittle in and feel pretty good about it. But if you don't really have, there's only like 3 or 4 teams that have a set it and forget it tight end, line of block tight end situation. So you should have some pretty decent options. And I think Dallas Goddard playing on what people believe is a good offense in the Philadelphia Eagles, people are going to Dallas Goddard has good value. He does as a
Mhm.
tight end. He's a top. If you're in a 12-man league, he's a tight end one in a 12-man league. It's that simple. So you should be able to move him. Just look at somebody starting Okonkwo or Jonnu Smith or maybe even Kyle Pitts to a lesser degree, and they want to kind of tear up a little bit at the tight end spot. Um, you'll be able to move Dallas Goddard and probably pick yourself up an RB2.
Kevin, what's up, Kevin? Sit one, Walker, Kamara, Barkley. Wow, PPR.
I'm playing Kenneth Walker every week. That's not even a question. I don't care about the matchup for Kenneth Walker, and I think he has a decent matchup this week anyway. Fuck the
He's a little
Seahawks.
banged up, but then he came off the injury
They're playing
report apparently.
Cleveland. Okay.
They are playing
Listen, I'm
Cleveland.
playing Kenneth Walker. I don't care about the Cleveland matchup. That doesn't concern me. He's that good on volume alone. Alvin Kamara at the Colts, Barkley at the Jets. I think it's got to be Kamara. No,
I
you
don't
love
know.
you some Saquon.
This is crazy
To make
tough.
that
Can you
argument,
play all
Saquon
3 of
against the
them?
Jets.
Who are you playing in the flex? Can you play all 3?
Apparently not if he's asking the question.
I mean, there's gotta be somebody in the flex, and it better be like a fucking Puka or something, you know? Kev, let us know. Who are you starting in the
Can you
flex
place
here?
it? He's
But if I had to
asking the
pick
question
one,
because he needs our help.
yeah, I'm just saying, bro. Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to dig a little bit deeper, give him the most fucking expert advice I got over here. Um,
There it is.
so, fucking A, bro.
No. Kamara's been a beast since he came
I
back.
can't say Kamara,
He
especially if it's
didn't
full
play.
PPR. I can't say Kamara if it's full
He didn't
PPR.
play the first. Yeah, he didn't play the first 3 games, and he's still running back 17. That tells you pretty much what you need to know, bro. He got fucking 14 targets last week from bitch ass Derek
Mm.
Carr. Garbage.
Now is it either yeah, it's either
That
Walker or Barkley, I guess. Guess you can make the argument for Barkley against the Jets defense, but they've been getting got a little bit. On the ground, I mean,
Yeah, but Kenneth Walker's too good for me anyway. Yeah, if it's PPR, Barkley's taking a seat. I'm good.
it could work in his favor. All right, yeah, it might have to be Barkley, but that's fucking hard. Might have to be Barkley. You're gonna have to make a trade, man. There's no reason why we gotta be picking between those guys. That's rough. You have to trade somebody,
Make a trade. Make a trade.
you know? Tingley trading Pittman and Henry for Cup in one of my leagues. Okay. Thoughts? Got Tyreek, Myers, Hollywood, and Dubes. Is it Dubes or Dubs? Is that gonna be
Dubes.
another one that we're gonna, huh?
We're not doing this. We're not doing this right
Or is
now.
it Dube?
Some people call him Dobbs.
The Dobbs?
I don't know. That's a good question. I call him Dubes.
Dubes.
Roll
Is
that
it
doobie.
Dubes? Swift, Saquon, Hunt, and Connor felt like I had the RB depth to trade Henry and upgrade wide receiver. So, do we like this? Pittman and Henry for Cup? I'm okay with that.
Yep, I love that. Thank you. Give
Like
me
it,
Cup.
Tingley. I like it, man. I like it.
Cooper Cup is my guy. I traded Cooper Cup,
Big boy
man,
move. Now, the more details, the better, DS. So, appreciate it. More
for
DS, the
sure.
better. Um, Bad, where we at? Daniel, what's up, brother? This is so bad. Need one RB. Foreman, Ford, Moss, Hendo, or Sharbs. PPR.
It's not Sharbs. Take a hike.
Not Sharbs.
I don't think it's Henderson either.
No, he'll probably
Foreman,
get some.
no.
He could possibly get some good carries, but I mean, I don't, they're going against the Chargers, right? Is it going to be a close enough game where they can really run the ball like that, or are they going to be playing from behind? And you know, I think with JT back, it's hard to.
Rely on
But
Moss.
you could put him in the same category though as Ford and Foreman. I mean, there's other guys that are going to be touching the football. Roshan will be, touching. Hunt will be touching.
I
Ford, we
mean,
don't
let's.
even know if he's really 100% yet. So I'd probably stay away from Ford just maybe to play it safe. And I guess it would be between Morse and Foreman. You just go
Yeah,
Foreman.
I think I'm leaning Foreman here. I know they
Yeah.
obviously had a massive game last week with the 3 touchdowns, but yeah, I'll lean Foreman here. I think especially, and listen, maybe they want to control the game, right? The Bears want to control the clock. They're going to give Foreman a ton of touches. Roshan might be mixed in as well, but clearly Foreman's performance last week, I think, has earned him the consideration with this particular group of running backs. So yeah, go Foreman here.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Just, I mean, it is risky, but let's roll with Foreman. He'll at least he should be the first and second down back, I would think. Are y'all looking into week 9 already? Not in particularly, but we can take a peek at it real quick. Need a QB to stream. Love Carr, Howell, Minshew, Tyrod, or Gino.
All right, let me bring up the week 9 matchups.
So you've got fuck
Jordan Love's week 9 matchup. Let's just tap
Rams.
into that really quick.
You got the Rams. So Love
Rams,
has got the
okay.
Rams.
At home.
Yep.
I don't mind that.
Okay.
Derek Carr, no. I'm not picking Derek Carr. He's out. I'm
Against
done
the
with Derek
Bears,
Carr.
though.
No,
Against the Bears. Against the Bears.
no, I'm good. I'm good.
Well, against the
Sam,
Pats.
no, I'm staying away from that. Minshew at Carolina. I think I
Oh,
like some of
okay.
that.
Minshew. I like that, but they could be running it a lot though too, especially if they get up. Maybe Minshew. All right,
Tyrod
Tyrod or
at
Gino.
Vegas. Tyrod's
Okay,
at Vegas.
it's not bad.
And Gino is at Baltimore. I
Honestly,
think
I'd
I'll go
probably go
Minshew
Carr or
here.
Minshew. Huh?
I'm going Minshew.
Yeah, I was gonna say either Carr or Minshew for me. Might lean Minshew, but ask me again next week.
Yeah, I think sometime during the week, Tingley, just pop in with us and kind of give us this question again, because I think a lot of things do shake out, especially how people play, guys getting hurt, this, that, and the third. There's a lot of things that could happen in a particular week. So I think pop back in with us maybe Tuesday or Saturday, or really anytime during the week. And we may be able to kind of lock in a little bit better. But right now, I think it definitely would be Minshew for me. The Jordan Love thing, I don't mind, but I still need to see something big from Jordan Love before I feel safe streaming him. I'll lean Minshew there.
Yes, I appreciate I appreciate the input. Appreciate you, DS. Of course. Marty said, "Yep, Vikes are in the playoff spot right now." Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Oh, we countered again, demanding he take it before he goes off to bed. A-Rich, Bijan for Stroud, Gibbs, and Dell. End of 25 mid first has potential to implode. Yeah, I'm okay with that. That's the one. That's the one there. I'm okay with moving straight from A-Rich to Stroud, Bijan to Gibbs. You get Dell on top of it, and you get that first. That would be a better deal that I'd be willing to take.
Yeah,
I'm
this
okay
kind of
with that one,
simplifies it
DS.
more than muddying it up with all those other kind of mid to bottom tier players. So yeah, if you want to go for the gusto,
Get it. Let's get it, Diaz. Go get it. He's starting Thomas. Isaac said, okay. Let anyone demand shit in a trade. Yeah. No, I mean, regardless whether he's demanding it or not, I think that is a better trade. That if you want to, if you're not trusting Deshaun Watson and you want to just take
get
Stroud,
Stroud in there.
you're okay with moving off of, Bijan to get Gibbs, and then you get that first on top of it. So I'm actually okay with that one. Yeah, you have the one first, and then if you get this guy's 25 first, yeah. I actually like that one, man. I like that. Yeah, he only has Bryce and Kyler. Then if he has Puka in the flex, question swap to who's your wide receiver 1 and 2. Yeah, exactly. That's right, Sam.
Yeah. And that's why in that situation we say, listen, if you got just an abundance of guys, like if you have to sit one of those guys, you should probably be making a trade to upgrade, one of your positions. You're probably weak at
Mhm.
maybe quarterback or something like that. So if it's really that tough, and we've seen a ton of these questions where it's like guys are like Kenneth Walker, or Saquon Barkley, or Brees Hall, play one. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? I would love to have that problem. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Zach Moss is actually questionable. He's actually injured as well. Elbow and heel. Wow, what the fuck?
Really?
Yeah, he was downgraded. That's why.
How about that?
He didn't practice on Friday.
I don't think I'm playing Zach Moss this week
Oh
anyway.
yeah, don't play Zach Moss then. Might as well play it safe. Derek Carr has a noodle arm.
Yeah,
Jason said flex
Derek Carr's
Gus the
trash.
bus or Kareem Hunt.
Give me Kareem Hunt against the trash Arizona Cardinals. Yeah, give me Kareem Hunt.
Give me Kareem Hunt as well. Derek said, "Hey, it's me, Derek Carr. Please don't make fun of my arm, bro."
Hey, Derek Carr, you've been trash. How about play better?
Yeah, you should
How
play
about
better.
throw
I mean,
if you throw for 50, if you throw 55 times, how about you actually throw more than one touchdown?
don't
Stop
be a
throwing it
trash
to Alvin
can.
Kamara 25 times in the flat. How about that? Garbage. I'm a Chris Olave
Oh,
owner, by the way, so that might be part of my reason for feeling this way. Sorry, Derek. Not
he was
sorry.
just never. He was just Hammer's just mad because Derek Carr was never that good. And last year we didn't really make a bet, but I was like really adamant that Derek Carr was trash, and him and our other guy Bogla were really on him. So I wound up winning that one.
But it's such bullshit. He had Devontae Adams. He had Josh Jacobs. Hunter Renfro was decent at that time. I'm like, come on, Derek Carr. Jesus Christ. You thought Josh McDaniels. I talked up Josh McDaniels. He's a piece of fucking trash. Sick of this shit.
Dez, what up, Dez? Dez, the CPA. Should I trade Flowers or Aaron Jones?
In one word, no.
Yeah, we're definitely not getting. Yeah, we're definitely not getting Aaron Jones. I'm definitely keeping Flowers. Hey, Des, can you help me with tax shit?
I was getting
Like
ready to
my
say,
business,
Dez, I need some
like
help
my
with my
business
taxes.
and shit like
Yep.
that. Like I got some shit I need to, Especially
figure
getting
out.
into the real estate's tough too. I need somebody, bro.
Yo,
Let
you
me
better
know
get that
where are you at
1099
or
in
where
order,
you
bro.
can, you know. Yeah, let me know, bro, because I need somebody. Start Hollywood or McLaurin. I think I'm going Terry.
Yeah. I've been on the Hollywood kind of train for most of the season, and he provides a steady floor, man. He hasn't been great. The targets are there. Like, this guy is an absolute target hog, especially on a not good Arizona team. They do have a tough matchup against Baltimore. I still think I'm rolling with Terry McLaurin as well, but I like me some Hollywood. But
I like me
yeah,
some
I'm going
Hollywood
Terry
too, but
McLaurin here as well.
let's go Terry. Ryan, what's up, Ryan? Have Walker, Kamara, Addison, Adams, Thielen, Barkley, Wilson, and Deontay. Full PPR, 2 wide receivers, 1 running back, and 1 flex.
So your two receivers are definitely going to be Addison.
2 wide receivers and running backs. I guess 2 and 2. Well, yeah, okay. 2 running backs and 2 wide receivers. I think I'm gonna read this as. I don't think it's one running back, but
All right, so you go.
he
You're
just meant 2 wide receivers and running backs. So 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, and a flex we need.
well. He only gave us two running backs to choose from.
No, Walker, Kamara. He's got Barkley over there too.
Oh, Barkley. Okay. I feel like we just had this question with Walker, Kamara, and Barkley. I think it's Walker and Kamara here for me, especially in PPR.
We need 2 wide receivers: Addison, Adams, Thielen,
G.
G.
Will,
Willie,
Deontay.
Deontay.
Woo. Deontay's out of this for me. So it's
Yeah,
between Adams,
I think
Addison
G. Willie's out of this too.
against the Giants.
I mean, Adams, Addison, Barkley. Do
Devontae
you think
Adams
you
hasn't
want to?
been good. I know Jimmy G is back, but Devontae Adams has not been good. Like, no, he hasn't been good the last 3 weeks.
Gotta play him? Would you play Addison over him? Would you play Thielen over him? Would you play Garrett Wilson over him?
No. I'm trying to make the case here. I'm trying to just be devil's advocate, and
Is it
oh man.
Adams and Thielen locked in pretty much? I think right. Is that
Who?
locked in? Adams and Thielen at wide receiver.
Addison is awesome, dude.
Yeah, so is Thielen. Top 10, whatever he is right now.
No, give me Jordan Addison. Give me Devontae Adams. You just it's tough because Thielen has been so damn good.
Not playing Thielen.
I, okay, so who you sitting Addison for Thielen?
Oh, I guess it's Devontae. I mean, or maybe we're playing Addison and we're sitting Devontae. I mean, are we at that point? Are we at the point of sitting Devontae? If we've got a choice of Addison or Saquon? You could
This
play
is
all
the
3. You
conundrum.
could play Addison, Adams, and Thielen, and then sit Saquon and G. Will.
That's very true because of the flex position, and that's exactly what I'm doing. Addison, Adams, and Thielen, sitting Barkley, sitting Garrett Wilson. Thank you.
That's
That,
close.
but that's so tough because we're in the point of the season, right, where guys that we really didn't expect to play well are playing well. Like, Thielen has played better than Devontae Adams for the last month. You know what I mean? So it's crazy. But yeah, we take those three.
Cat said, I was saying all offseason Carr was not an upgrade over last year's Andy Dalton. Yeah, I mean,
You can make that argument. I think Derek Carr provides some stability at quarterback. You know he's going to be there. Andy Dalton kind of is what he is. He's much old, not much older, but he's older. But yeah, man, listen, you can make that argument that Derek Carr has not been as good as what the Saints have hoped for sure.
Midcast, what's up? Would you start Gibbs over Walker this week? Ooh, I have Hall and Swift starting so far. half PPR. It's an 8-man league, so shallow league. We need the hammers. We got to make the right choice here.
I think you got to
What
play Gibbs, no? Over
are we
Walker.
doing?
Walker with the tough matchup against Cleveland.
Yeah, I'm okay with playing Gibbs.
No, I lied.
Or
Walker
not? Are we
with
playing? Are we sitting? Are you going to play him over Swift?
wait.
Would you play Gibbs, Walker, and Hall instead of Swift? Would you play Swift?
Philly against the Commanders. Yeah, I'm still playing Swift.
Sitting Walker? We're playing Swift over Walker? Damn.
Yeah, that's a tough position to be in, to be honest with you. I think I'm playing Gibbs for sure. Yeah, I'm playing Gibbs for sure against the Raiders. I love that matchup. That Detroit offensive line is fantastic. So Gibbs over Walker, yes, that is the question. But then are you playing Walker? Like you said, are you playing Walker over Swift? You're playing Brees Hall. So you have 3 out of these 4 spots, basically. You have to sit one. Yeah, it might be Swift, man. You might be right. It's Swift or Walker because you're playing Gibbs
Yeah,
and
for
Hall.
sure. We'll let you decide that, but
I don't fucking know, man. That's a tough one, man, because listen, Swift has been good. He hasn't been great the last. I gotta see what Swift did. I don't think he was great in the last
it
game.
wasn't great last game, but
Still RB6, still getting good volume. They're virtually the same, but
yeah.
on a per game basis. But Kenneth Walker has the better matchup, you would think. I mean, Swift has the better matchup.
Better matchup, yeah. Derek said he wished the Saints picked up Mayfield instead of Carr. Too
Carr's
inaccurate.
been, God, it's fucking annoying.
What's up, John? Half PPR, DK or Foreman? I think I'm still rolling DK here.
I would agree. This is obviously this is a flex situation. Yeah, give me DK. I think DK gives you the safer floor here.
Derek said DK. Roshan is back this week, so probably split touches with Foreman. Yeah. Yeah, or a negative game script could hurt Foreman as well. Amari or Christian Watson half PPR.
Give me Christian Watson with the upside.
Yeah, I'll take Watson as well. Kyle said start 1, flex 1, full PPR. Dell, MT, Henderson, Najee, Christian Watson, or Dubes. 1 wide receiver and a flex. We got to pick 2 out of these.
All right, so wide receiver, I think I'm starting Tank Dell in the wide receiver spot.
I like that. I agree with that.
And I think in the flex, man, Dubes is still solid, man. And I know that offense just looks tough. Najee, God, Najee's just so upsetting. He gets a lot of work. I know he had the touchdown last week. I still don't trust Najee Harris. So it's between Watson and Dubes. Give me Dubes. He has a safer floor here. Give me Dubes. Give me Tank Dell and Romeo Dubes.
I'm going to take Dell and Watson. Dell and Watson. I don't know, a chance of a big play. I mean, Dubes could catch a tutty or something on a little fade, but I think they'll try and get the ball in Watson's hand if they know what's good with him. What's good for them, right? Oh, and London. Oh, come on, bro. You can't throw that in there.
Little
We
Spoon
add
is walking in
London
the
in
door
here
as we
now
speak.
too. Shit. Who's London got this week?
London on the track. Drake London has at Tennessee.
Oh, God, we're playing London.
London's
Right,
been
playing
fantastic.
London. I'm playing London and Dell. Playing London and Dell.
Man, that's such a yeah.
Game
I'll
window.
agree as well. It's not a good matchup. That is a tough decision.
Do you have a healthy Kyron or a Josh Jacobs right now?
Give me Josh Jacobs for sure.
I'll take Josh Jacobs as well.
Kyron's been really good in that offense, but it's such a tough situation. Yeah, Josh Jacobs is the more steady guy.
Fight between Dubes and Kyler. Oh, Dubes will beat the shit out of Kyler.
Bro, Kyler Murray is like a little midget.
Birdman. What up, Birdman? Can't trust the offense. Keep him
Which offense
outside
is
of your
that?
door. I'm your
What offense are we
trash
not trusting?
man. Hell yeah. Thanks, fellas. Appreciate you, Kyle. Appreciate you. But yeah, Kyler not ready yet. I think they said possibly another week or two. They don't want to rush him, right? So not playing this week for sure. But I mean, what do we expect when Kyler comes back, like with this offense, with this team? Like, do we expect them to actually start winning, or is it just kind of going to be the same thing?
I don't expect them to start winning. I expect Kyler to be Kyler, run around, make a bunch of plays, and not look great. And it's kind of just backyard fucking football. Um, but you always say that Kyler's a great fantasy quarterback. He's not a great quarterback if you want to win games. So yeah, I think Kyler's going to produce. He's going to give you the rushing upside. He's going to throw the ball. He's very capable. It's not going to look pretty. It's not going to always look great. But yeah, I think you'll pretty much see what you've seen, top 10-ish.
Yeah. Now, does that go with Marquise Brown? Does he start producing a lot more?
He's
What
got a
happens
higher
next
upside,
year,
that's for
right?
sure.
Do they wind up drafting a wide receiver? What if they were able to get a
Marvin Harrison.
Marvin Harrison?
I mean, you got to
So,
like it. Is Kyler going to be there? That's the big offseason question. So
I mean, I don't know. It's gonna be tough. I think he'll probably still be there. I mean, it'd be smartest to still have him there because they could trade out of that pick, right? And pick up
yeah,
another pick, move down at least a few slots. Like they can really retool their team. And with Kyler, I know with the contract, I don't know how hard it's gonna be to wind up trading him, but yeah.
yep.
Danny Dimes or Tyrod Taylor, Hammer. I know that Danny Dimes, I think they said week 10. Apparently, he should be back, hopefully. So it will be Tyrod until then. But is it officially like, is it just Tyrod over Dimes? Like,
It's not. And I think I think because the offensive line has played better and because they've been competitive in both games. Obviously, they beat the Commanders and they probably should have beat Buffalo. That's the reason. But they scored 23 points in 2 games, right? That's not exactly impressive. So
mm,
they paid Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones, when healthy, is going to be the quarterback. I don't think it's much of a question. Now, Tyrod looks a little more fluid when he's playing, right? That offense moves a little bit better and it hasn't necessarily translated into points on the scoreboard, but they've been extremely competitive. So yeah, I mean, listen, Daniel Jones is still going to be the quarterback of that team. I don't think that there's much of a question about that. When Daniel Jones is 100% healthy, he's going to be the quarterback. And rightfully so, in my estimation.
ain't no way to. Is it Dubes, like Doobie, like like a little Doobie, or is it
I've
Doubs?
heard Dubes, I've heard Dubs, I've heard Dobbs. So take your pick.
Another one of those, fancy, one of those feng shui type
Right.
names. Niggas pronounce Dubes like
Dubes.
boobs, just like
Yeah.
boobs, Dubes.
Dubes.
Rub a dub dub.
Dubs.
That's right, Mary. Rub a dub doobs. Rub a dub boobs. There you go. I have Adams, Flowers, Waddle, Rice, Garrett Wilson, JSN. Who would you start? 3 wide receivers. It's 8-man, half PPR. So we got to pick 3 wide receivers out of these guys. It's only 8-man. Adams, Flowers, Waddle, first three.
Yeah. I was leaning that
Yeah.
way with a slight nod to Garrett Wilson, just because I think him and Zach Sweet life of Zach Wilson has kind of shown that he can get Garrett Wilson the ball. So listen, if you went Adams, Flowers, and Garrett Wilson, I wouldn't be mad at you. I just think Waddle has the higher upside with the better quarterback. So give me Adams, Flowers, and Waddle. But I wouldn't be mad if you went Adams, Flowers, and Wilson.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Kyler wants to get back in and win games ASAP. He doesn't want the team to pick up Caleb. Yeah, I don't think that's really in his even in his power. I mean, whether the team wins or loses, I mean, obviously he's going to be a part of that, but obviously I think he wants to win, but at the same time, I don't think that's fully in his control. So,
And
I
that team
don't
is
know.
not that great. I
They're
mean,
not
like
that
they've
good.
been fairly competitive, but they're not that great. So they've basically stripped it down to kind of get a good pick. You know what I mean? So whether they take Caleb or they're virtually in the same position the Chicago Bears were in a year ago, virtually.
Mhm.
So do they want to go out and get Caleb, trade Kyler, maybe make the pick, right? Take Caleb, trade Kyler, and go that route, or do they take a Marvin Harrison? Do they take something like that and try and stick with Kyler? My guess is they would probably want to get off Kyler because then they could kind of get out of that contract. I know there's some dead money and a cap hit involved there, so that'll be interesting to see how that plays out. But yeah, it's definitely not entirely in his control, especially with the team that is currently constructed.
Birdman, my guy, blessings. Appreciate you, Birdman. I don't know why every time I see you come on, I just get the Go DJ song stuck in my head. That Birdman, put them is in the trash can. Leave them outside of your door. I'm your trash man.
What?
I'm steady lighting up the hash, man. Riding in my Jag. You will need
Need
a
a
gas
gas mask,
mask,
man.
man. But yeah, that's what comes to my head every time Birdman comes through. So
When I
appreciate you,
think about
Birdman.
Birdman, I think about Chris Anderson from the NBA.
Yeah, yeah, that too. Would you guys rather start K9 versus Cleveland or Bijan versus Tennessee?
Oh man, I don't love either one. I mean, in terms of having to pick, but I'm going Kenneth Walker here. Bijan, it's just so weird that Atlanta offense is super weird. Now we know he was sick last week, apparently, quote unquote. But I have a little bit more faith in Kenneth Walker and that kind of coaching staff to utilize their best players. So give me Kenneth Walker here.
Yeah, give me K9 as well. Let's go K9. Let's go K9. Wilson or Bijan?
I think I'm going Garrett Wilson.
Wilson? Yeah, I might go Garrett Wilson too. Go Garrett Wilson too there, man. That's tough, but would y'all trade Tank Dell and Hubbard for Pickens? Dell and Hubbard for Pickens? With that?
Yeah, I think I'm okay with that as well.
I'm good with that. Give me Pickens, cats. Let's get Pickens. Appreciate you, Mig. Atlanta D over Cowboys. Who's the Cowboys? Who's the boys playing?
Cowboys playing Rams. No, I'm playing the Cowboys defense.
Yeah, play the Cowboys too. Fuck it.
Falcons, though, playing Tennessee.
Caleb will be a bust. You think so? I don't know, man. He looks good, like outside of the main play, like just like getting away, being able to throw on the run, like
Off script.
broken down, off script type stuff. I
So is he
mean,
basically Kyler 2.0?
no, 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 no. Caleb's bigger. Caleb is like Patrick Mahomes 2.0 is what
Oh
we're
my
kind
God.
of, yeah,
That's a stretch.
yes, no, we're talking about a possible top 5, top 6, like,
Okay.
dynasty QB just heading into, his rookie season. Like that's, he's up there in that kind of tier, or at least perceived, in that kind of tier. We'll see what happens, but when I played with the Chargers, oh, okay, you play with the Chargers. All right, nice, Birdman. That's what I'm talking about, Birdman. I was wondering about the weather. I had the weather up. Here you go. Which game were we looking at for him?
Give me a second.
Oh, Wilson over Bijan. He was talking about.
So Jets Giants or Falcons game.
I'm not. I mean, Jets Giants. It says a few passing showers. I mean, looks like the winds are going to be manageable. I mean, Hammers in Jersey, so give us the fucking inside scoop in the morning.
Yeah, today was an absolute beautiful day. Like if they would have played today, it would have been fucking perfect. But yeah, we're expecting some kind of rain showers to roll in. I don't know how windy it is. You kind of really have to see that in the morning. I'll probably run out for some morning coffee. So by the time I get back around 11:30, I'll kind of have a better idea of what it's like here in the Northeast. So yeah, check back with us in the morning, and I'll be able to give you a better insight into what the actual weather's like here in New York City.
Diaz says his name is Dobbs, like Steve Jobs. Okay, okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna still call him Doobs though. It sounds better.
I call him Dubes as well. Mhm.
Nino, appreciate you. No problem, man. Tough choice. Only got Bijan, K9, and Brees. So need a second with
Those
Brees.
are
Yeah.
three good running backs. So you're in good shape there. But yeah, give me K9 here.
What up, Kenneth? Which side would you have? Josh Allen and Jonathan Taylor, or Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase?
Burrow and Chase, and it's not that close.
Yeah, give me Burrow and Chase as well. I love me some Josh Allen pause, but yeah, Burrow and Chase are going to be the options here for sure. Wilson already blind. Yeah. Yeah. Levis, I mean, we talked about him a little bit earlier. You like the little picture there with the crown. Um,
With the Henry crown? I thought it was King Henry. Now it's King Levis now.
I found it on the internet. I thought it was funny.
He's taking the
But
crown.
yeah, I mean, we talked about it a little bit earlier. Like, what are they gonna do? How are they gonna divvy this up somehow? Just don't know. But he's gonna get a shot, right? He's gonna get a shot to play at least a little bit. And if he can, I mean, I think with his arm, like if he can make a few, like if he can make a couple big good throws, like the stock is going to go up like way quickly. Like how that's going to work. One good
Yeah.
game here, even just a few good throws, even if he doesn't even play the whole game. I mean,
Yeah, for the most part, I agree, and I think that Mike Vrabel is doing him a little bit of a disservice by having Malik Willis kind of splitting. Like I don't like that. I would like to see Will Levis take a full game under his belt, practice, a full week with the ones, get the reps with D Hop, Traylon Burks, Okonkwo, the rest of those guys, Henry, Tajay Spears, etc. Get the full workload so we can get a really good idea of what he truly is. And I think it's doing a disservice by having Malik Willis kind of, over his shoulder when he should be the quarterback, right? Let him run out there. And like I said, if you want to have a package or two, Taysom Hill type packages for Malik Willis, I'm fine with that. But we've seen Malik Willis. I think we're good.
yeah, for sure. But yeah, hopefully he gets a chance. Hopefully he does his thing. I mean, it'd be nice. Maybe a guy that has an arm that can get the ball downfield to D Hop. I mean,
Traylon Burks is playing.
you know, got Traylon Burks also. So, maybe Levis gets a shot here. Maybe he does his thing. I mean, Isaac said he's in Jersey as well, 201.
Okay.
There
I'm
you go,
actually
Isaac.
in the city. I'm in Staten Island, which is not far from Jersey. We're literally right over the bridge.
Oh, there you go.
Um,
Oh, Chicken's
so
in Jersey.
what happened?
Said Chicken's in Jersey.
Yes, he is.
Baltimore looking for a RB reportedly. Who do you think makes sense? I mean, Henry, there was a lot of talks with Henry, but
Yep.
apparently they don't want to pay up. So, I mean, I think a Dalvin Cook could make sense possibly.
Oh, apparently Dalvin Cook is like unhappy and he kind of wants
Mhm.
out of with the Jets. So yeah, Dalvin
And
Cook makes perfect sense.
my whole thing with Dalvin Cook is like, bro, what did you
What'd you
expect? Like,
expect?
they got fucking
Yeah,
Brees, bro. Like, what are you
yeah.
expecting? Like, you're not better than
Especially when he
Brees
came
right
back
now.
kind of ramped up. Yeah, I agree. The
You know?
Dalvin Cook thing really does make kind of perfect sense just in terms of both. Dalvin Cook is looking out of the Jets, and obviously Baltimore is looking for a running back. I heard some Saquon Barkley rumblings as well. I don't know that there's too much to that. That would make a ton of sense if
I think they said
Saquon
they're
was
not trading him, if I'm not
right.
mistaken. Giants said they're not trading Saquon, and the Titans said they're not trading Henry.
And the Raiders are not trading Devontae apparently either.
No.
So yeah, I think the most sense is Dalvin Cook just because he's made himself available essentially, and he is expendable on the Jets. Hopefully, Michael Carter, if you're out there, I have you on my one of my rosters. You would be a nice backup running back.
Richard, what's up, Richard? Full PPR was offered a trade. I received Eckler and Carr for Jacobs and Love. Thoughts? T lost to starting QB.
Jordan Love, even though he hasn't been great, has been exponentially better than Derek Carr and has a way higher ceiling. Eckler has a higher ceiling than Jacobs, but he just hasn't shown it since virtually week one. I think I'm on the Jordan Love Jacobs side here.
But would you play Jordan Love over T Law every week?
I would imagine this is a super flex if the quarterbacks are involved. No,
I don't think so. No, because he said T Law is starting QB. Oh, it's one QB. Looks
if
like
it's
it's just
one
backup for
QB,
backup. So it's almost just like Eckler for Jacobs, almost, you know?
yeah. And I actually did this deal similar. I traded Jacobs and I got Eckler. And I haven't been happy with the returns because I traded Jacobs when he wasn't playing well, and I traded Eckler when he was coming back from an injury. And Eckler has not played well. Now I do think he should play better just because he's a fantastic running back on a good offense. But Jacobs looks like he's kind of rounding into form a little bit with Jimmy G coming back. Eckler is the higher upside running back just because of his receiving prowess, and he plays on a much better offense. So,
Mhm.
if this is not a super flex, I'll take Eckler for Jacobs virtually.
I'll take Eckler too. Isaac said, I think ATLD gonna flex. That D's been good. That D's been good, a lot better than people
Against Tennessee,
expected.
you know.
Well, it's not close to ready. Yeah, I mean, he never was. But oh, okay. Isaac said he's in Bayonne. Okay, my
Ooh,
guy's in Bayonne. He said he
literally
got the
right
best
there.
pizza.
Okay.
Bro, we go to this fucking awesome Spanish restaurant called Rincon de España, right
Yep.
there in
Yep.
Bayonne. Let me know if you've ever been there before. If not, you need to fucking go. It's right over the bridge there, Bayonne. So
You know what's funny
remember
about
what
that?
street? What street is that?
Kennedy Boulevard, I believe.
Is it?
I believe so. I believe it's off Kennedy Boulevard somewhere, literally right over the bridge.
Yeah, fucking
Um.
best Spanish place ever.
Oh, 1000%.
Lucius in the building. Evening, guys. Redraft trade request coming in to me. Give up Gabe Davis and Gus Edwards for Chris Olave. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Pacheco, Swift, and Miles Sanders.
Yep.
I mean, Gus Edwards is not good enough for you to have to like think about possibly not letting him go.
Go get Chris Olave.
Sure.
And
The
this is a
Olave.
beautiful sell high on Gabe Davis.
Mm-hmm.
Pacheco Swift. Yeah, you're
I'll
good.
let Levis play the whole game. Yeah,
That's what I'm saying, bro. Let Levis play. What is going on?
sure, man. Be growing stuff. Zay Flowers or Nico Collins for the flex. Woo. Also Gardner or Laporta.
Goddard or Laporta. Okay. Got it.
Gardner.
Give me Nico
Gardner.
Collins and Sam Laporta. Dallas Goddard's been really good the last
Give
couple
me
of weeks.
Nico and Laporta as well. I like Zay, but I think Nico is really good matchup this week. Let's go with Nico. be growing stuff. Send some of that stuff you're growing too. Um,
What if he's
primetime
growing?
edits.
What if he's a farmer and he's just growing like potatoes and carrots? Are you signing up for that?
Potatoes and carrots. I fuck with that.
Okay, I'm just asking. We don't know what he's growing, so we're just throwing
Yeah,
it out
whatever
there.
it is. This is my team with no buys. He's 5-2, third place. What should he do to win his league? Lamar, Cooper, Evans, Godwin, Eckler, Brees, Andrews, Derrick Henry, bench London.
There's got to be some more on that bench.
If there's something else on the bench, or can you upgrade like a London and Cooper, London and Evans, London and Godwin? You need to tier up. You need a hammer wide receiver. I mean,
Yep,
for sure.
yep. That's the move here. Go get a package London and maybe Mike Evans. He caught a touchdown. Try and package one of those guys. Drake London's coming off a couple of good games. You got to go out and get yourself a, I don't know, Jamar Chase if you can. I don't think that's going to happen, but you might have to package 3 guys. That'll be tough. I would imagine this is redraft. Yeah, I'll package London and Evans. Maybe go get St. Brown.
See who needs wide receiver help. Who's willing to, split a wide receiver into two to help out their squad. So who's thin at wide receiver in your league? Check out some of the teams and then, try and attack it that way. Because somebody's gonna have to be willing to take a 2-for-1. Unless you've got some other guys on the bench. I know you've only put one bench player there. I'm not sure if you've got any other, movable pieces on the bench there. Donta Foreman, Kyler, Murray also on the bench. I mean, that's 3 bench players. I don't know how shallow of a bench you got there, but yeah. Maybe somebody needs a QB. You can trade Kyler. I mean, oh, there you go. Could goes to the Ravens. It's on. I missed on the Philly preseason running back pick. Chose Rashard Penny. Yeah, I mean, if we were early in the offseason, a lot of people went with Rashard Penny, including myself, but it was one of those, zero RB strategy, like pick them up for nothing, in one of the last rounds. So
And to
Isaac
be
said he
honest
loves
with
it all
you,
the time. Okay, Isaac, that's what I'm talking about.
that is
Oh,
fucking amazing.
Recon is the shit,
What a
bro.
small world.
It's our we go there
Broadway.
for birthday
Broadway.
parties, special occasions. I was gonna say, is it Broadway?
I thought it was
Special
Kennedy. I don't know.
special
Maybe
occasions.
Kennedy's the exit.
We always go there. We always go there. It's been a big family thing. We've been going there fucking forever, all our lives, fucking 20 plus years. Like
For sure.
same people still work there too. It's crazy.
Yes.
Good,
The same
good
exact
place.
guys work there 20 years later. It's wild.
Really good place. Who would win a wrestling match between Eckler and Kyler?
I'm not choosing Kyler in any of these situations. Give me Austin Eckler. He's a running back. He's tough.
Marcos, what up, Marcos? Gibbs, JT, Mostert, and Pollard start 2.
I think Gibbs is locked in here.
Yeah, Gibbs has got to be a lock. And the
I think
boys
I might
got
go
this
Gibbs.
week.
Huh?
The boys got this week. Boys,
Cowboys, Rams in Dallas. I think I like Gibbs and Pollard.
I think so too. JT could see a lot more work with with Moss a little bit banged up, and Mostert is just beasting. He's a monster. But yeah, give me Gibbs and Pollard here. Give me Gibbs and Pollard. Danino's pizza. Yeah, Danino's is fire.
Oh my god, bro. Danino's. You know what's crazy about that,
Hey,
Isaac?
pizza. Okay, gotta try that.
You know what's crazy about that, Isaac, is especially on Staten Island, when we would go to Danino's, we would always get Danino's and then go right across the street and get Ralph's
Ralph's.
on
Yep,
Port
yep,
Richmond
yep.
Avenue. Oh my god. It just hits so different once you get
The
that Ralph's right
sangria
after.
is great. Yeah, my favorite is the chicken cutlets and the garlic sauce or the shrimp, the jumbo shrimp, bro. Oh my god.
Garlic potatoes,
Oh yeah.
nothing like it.
Let me see what I get up to here. Josh Downs, primetime edit says, okay, you got Josh
On the
Downs on
bench.
the bench.
I like
Yeah, so
that.
you've got some guys on the bench that you can move around, man.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll go for CD if you could. CD's a good my bad. CD's a good target.
Yeah. I like that. A little bit of a
Like
buy
I
low.
like that a lot. I like
CD
that a
hasn't
lot.
been great.
I do that.
I like that the Eagles fan is going after the Cowboy. I love that. Show no bias when it comes to improving your fantasy team. Do it.
Yeah. Yeah, y'all got the real pizza. Yeah, New York, I
Oh,
mean, New Jersey, they
nothing like
got
New York pizza.
yeah, man. Would you rather have Josh Jacobs and JT or Eckler and Saquon?
Eckler and Saquon.
For me too, Eckler and Saquon, bro. Oh, hell yeah, bro. The garlic potatoes? What? Fuck yeah, bro.
Yep.
Hell yeah,
Just
bro.
you know what's wild about that is every time we go there, we get the same shit, and I'm never disappointed ever.
Even the soup is fire, bro. You get the bread with the fucking soup. I mean, and it's never fucking like crowded. Like you can go any fucking
And get a
time,
seat. You
like
never wait.
and get a seat pretty much. So
Absolutely. Babe, you want to go out for dinner tomorrow? You want to go out for dinner tomorrow night? This place in Bayonne.
mm,
I think you went there where we went for JT's
went
30th birthday.
we went when I came back to New York too. And then Chicken's birthday, I think it was.
Yep.
Yeah. Jimmy G, last one on the docket. I guess we'll talk about him real quick. I mean, we briefly spoke about him earlier, but
Mm-hmm.
obviously he's back. I mean, do we think Devontae and Jacoby are now good to go here? Are we
Yeah, I
confident in
mean,
Jimmy G? Do we like Jimmy G even, I mean, going forward?
I like him for the Raiders prospects. I don't like him over certain guys.
Mhm.
You know, like Jimmy G doesn't. Listen, if you're in a super flex league, you're probably going to have to play Jimmy G at some point as your super flex quarterback. I was in that particular position, and then I traded Jimmy G really quickly. He got hurt on me one game. I said, "Screw you, Jimmy G. I'll just roll with two quarterbacks and figure it out." But yeah, I like Jimmy G coming back. Listen, he's not a terrible quarterback, but the problem is he just gets injured all the time. Like it's just so frustrating. Is that he's just always injured every single season, and it's just extremely frustrating because you're like, listen, if he played a full season, he's basically quarterback 15, right? 15 to 18. He's not going to wow you, but he'll be steady. He'll win games. He'll get the ball to his playmakers. So, yeah, Jimmy G is good, right? I have Devontae Adams on one of my teams. I had Josh Jacobs, but I traded him. But yeah, Jimmy G is good for that offense, right? He kind
You
of
know what's cra
moves the offense. What?
you know what's crazy about Rincon is that it's actually fucking cheap.
Relatively
It's
speaking.
not that expensive, and I've taken probably every girl I've ever dated or tried to get with there. Um,
I can't really
they
bring that
fucking
up
knew
right
me.
now, but I agree.
Yeah, yeah, they know us when we walk in, which is always the cool part. Like they know
Yeah.
exactly who we are, and it's
Did you so it's really funny, your mom, my aunt, actually, we took a picture there when we were like 15 years old, and then we took a picture like 15 years later, 10 years later, whatever the case was. The same exact picture in the same exact spot. So it was always really good to see that type of stuff. But yeah, babe, we're going out for dinner tomorrow night. Settled.
authentic food, baby. That is why, yeah, man. It's nothing like one of the,
It's not a chain
everything fresh.
restaurant. Yep.
It's not no chain. Yeah, yeah. You say get the paella, they bring the whole pot. Yeah, they do bring the whole pot. My mom's be getting
Yep.
that and the lobster. She
The
loves all the
rice, the
lobster and all that.
lobster, the seafood, clams, mussels. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Mhm.
Settle, babe. Dinner tomorrow night. Love you.
Oh man. I'm trying to see
Yeah,
if
I
we've even got alright, hold up. I'm gonna bring up this is actually an old picture.
uh-oh.
Tell Karina don't look real quick.
No, no. We're
Yeah,
good.
just tell it. Yeah, just don't.
An old
This is at Recon.
Oh no.
I'm in the back up here. This is really old. And then you got Hammer over here. But yeah, this was our family way back. But yeah, that's in Recon, bro. Literally in that back room. Oh, that side room that they got in there now. Oops, my bad. My bad, Hammer. My bad. My bad.
I want to be a part of this.
Black.
Yeah, that food is fantastic, man. Yeah, we're going there
Oh,
tomorrow.
yep. All right, Peter. What's up, Peter? Start Jimmy G or Sam Howell this week.
Raiders playing the Lions. Commanders
Mhm.
taking on the Eagles. I think Sam Howell just has a higher upside. Give me Sam Howell here. A little rushing upside. I know the Eagles defense is pretty good, but Commanders at home. I don't love either one, but I'll take Sam Howell here.
Johnny D, what up, Johnny? Little drunk, little high tonight. I'm feeling you, bro. I'm the same way, bro. I went to because my birthday's in a couple days. We went to
Yes, it
Hibachi
is.
tonight. So I had me one of them kamikazes.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Wait.
bro.
Hold on. Stop
Yeah,
the phone. You
yeah,
had an
kamikaze,
alcoholic
bro.
beverage.
Fucking good, bro. It was mad good.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm feeling good. We riding with Devonta Smith this week. Yeah, I mean, depending on your options, you're still kind of rolling Devonta Smith out there. One of those guys that you kind of almost have to play, depending on your option. But says dad always gets the whole Trout.
Ooh,
Always
that's
have
an
extra to take home.
yes.
See, this is the problem with Rincon is that it's so fucking good. I eat the whole chicken and garlic sauce while I'm there, bro. I don't even have anything to bring home. I have to order to take home, bro, because I eat the whole thing by myself, dog.
But what's beautiful is in that chicken and garlic sauce, you get like 6 cutlets in that little thing.
I can't stop eating it either. I can't.
Oh my god. Yep. That's
Fuck
happening.
it. Pick three. Devontae Adams, CeeDee Lamb, Jacoby, Tyler Boyd, Devonta, Tank Dell, PPR 1 and 6, looking to be a spoiler. Okay. You got to play Devontae and CD, right?
Yep.
And then it's either Jacoby or Devonta for me.
Tank Dell has a good matchup.
He does too. You can make that
Are you
argument.
playing Devontae and Jacoby at the same time? You feel good about that?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. I don't know. So it's either Jacoby, Devonta, or Tank Dell. At least for me, Devontae and CD are locked, right?
I would agree.
Okay. So Jacoby, Boyd, or Devonta, or Tank Dell. It's not gonna be Boyd.
No, it's not. Definitely not Boyd. I'm going Tank Dell. He has the best matchup. You can make the argument for Devonta Smith just because he played, but I don't know. AJ Brown is just dominating. He's dominating the target share in Philadelphia right now. I'll take Tank Dell with the upside. Give me Devontae Adams, CeeDee Lamb. I feel good about Tank Dell coming back this week. In a good matchup. I think even if they have a really good first half, I think Tank Dell has that explosive play. I'm gonna go Devontae Adams, CeeDee Lamb, and Tank Dell.
I'm okay with playing either Jacoby, Devonta, or Tank Dell, but I might have to roll with you on the Tank Dell. Jacoby is close though, just because he's
Really
been
good.
good.
He's been
Even
good.
though you have
Yep.
Devontae as well. I mean, obviously that's not ideal, but
See, the problem
this
is
is no.
again,
We're trying to be spoiler. Like, who has the upside to have the craziest week? Like, is it Devonta or is it Tank Dell or
Tank
Jacoby?
Dell has
Probably
the
not
better match.
Jacoby. Right, Jacoby will give you good production, but I think I guess the upside will be either Devonta or Tank Dell, right?
Agreed. And listen, this is part of the problem that we've been having, especially when you're in week 8, is that Jacoby Myers has outplayed Devontae Adams the last basically 3-4 games, right? So like, but you still have to play Devontae Adams. It's just that simple. Um, yeah, and then the upside guy, I'm going Tank Dell here in the good matchup.
Yeah, fuck it. Give me Dell. Give me Dell with the matchup until we can see Devonta come back. I mean, if you got,
Isaac
I
wants a
want
piece of
Rico.
that
Yeah, me
action.
too, bro. Me too, man. They paid AJ Brown. That's why you see he gets all the balls. Yeah, I
Well,
mean,
also,
well,
Also, too, remember after because Devontae Smith played really well the first 2 or 3 weeks, and then AJ Brown was like, "What the fuck?" Blah blah blah. He came out and the squeaky wheel gets the grease, and that's exactly what happened. And listen, they're winning games for the most part. Obviously, they lost to the Jets, but AJ Brown is just bro. AJ Brown is the better receiver, right? They paid him. He's their best receiver. He's their best playmaker outside of Jalen Hurts, obviously. They should get him the ball, right? It's that simple. I think Devonta Smith is a really good receiver. He's just playing second fiddle to a better receiver.
Yeah. Actually, I had another question that I had to answer here. Quick question: we started Hunt or Stevenson this week?
Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, I think we had that question yesterday too. Mexican spot. He said, check out La Guila Dorado. Even when they feed Adams, he still did nothing.
Yeah, it's really interesting because I traded for Devontae Adams in our home league
It worked
dynasty,
out for you.
and
Has it?
he got like 5 targets in the first quarter. And then after that, he did jack shit. Now that was with Brian Hoyer. So I think Jimmy Garoppolo will kind of stabilize that Devontae Adams situation, kind of get him back on track. So I'll still roll with Devontae Adams until further notice. Stevenson's been good the last 2 weeks, specifically in the passing game. So make of that what you will.
Feel that. All right, guys, we're about to get up out of here. So throw any last questions y'all got in the chat. We'll give y'all another minute or two. But appreciate everybody for coming out, of course. On the road to 1K now. On the road to 1K now from the 500. So let's keep it rolling.
Yeah, we
And
have some
we'll
good
see
momentum
y'all
going
tomorrow
for sure.
morning about 11:30. We'll go over some of the games, some of the bets, some prop bets, and yeah. See y'all tomorrow with any last questions. I got to start setting my lineups tonight because I fucked up last week. I didn't get a chance to set all my lineups, so yeah.
You did fuck up
All right,
last week.
y'all. Let's get up out of here, and we'll see y'all tomorrow. Otherwise, if not tomorrow, we'll see y'all Tuesday night. But peace.